Da 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 da. That picture that with a big beard. Da 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 da. Da dun 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 dun. Hey, welcome into Super Squares, fam. From what I've been told, Jonathan's a little under the weather. He's got kind of a migraine going on, and sick, and throat, and this and that, and I'm not really sure. Is it a coincidence that Michigan got their backside handed to them in the national championship playoffs? Is it a coincidence that the Detroit Lions had 51 points hung on them today? I don't know. I'm just saying no. Hey, Jonathan, get well soon. But Jonathan is a little sick, but not a great day if you are a Michigan sports fan. But welcome into Super Squares. We're still going to have a good time tonight. For those of you that don't know me, I'm 80s Dave. For some reason, I know a lot about the 80s. I'm not sure why, but it all just kind of sticks in my brain. Someone can ask me about something that happened last year or 2 years ago, and I'm like, dude, was I there? You ask me something about the 80s, and it's like right there. So here's what you need to do right now. If you are new to Super Squares because you saw someone promote it on Twitter, or a friend told you about it, or you happen to come across one of our posts on social media or something like that, if you don't have the app yet, go and download it now. You can find it in the is it called the iTunes store? Is that what it's called, Megan? You Apple people? The App Store? Okay, the App Store, or the Play Store for the Android people. I'm an Android person. I got a real phone. So go get the app and download it into your phone. You're going to fill out some basic information. We never sell your information or give it to anybody else. It's all used here internally for our prize notifications when we text you or email you or send you a prize if you win. A lot of people are going to win some prizes, have already won today. More are going to win tonight. Plus, we have a private Skybox and a very special prize. But go in right now, download the app, pick a cool screen name, make sure it's user-friendly. Then it's going to ask you, do you have a buddy? A buddy is that I asked you, did someone tell you about Super Squares? If they did, get their screen name as a favor and put it in the app. Because anytime you ever win a prize, they will win an identical prize. That's right, yes. If you win $1 million, they will win $1 million. If you win a $25 gift certificate, they're going to win a $25 gift certificate. So if you don't have a buddy, you can make me your buddy. My name is Dave in the app. So if you see me in your game group and you see the scores and it says Dave, City, React, Florida, that's me. Or if you see anybody that has React, Florida as the city name. Again, because Jonathan's not going to be with me tonight, I'm going to try to be watching stuff over here. I'm going to try to keep up in the chat, and I may not get a chance to read everything or address everybody. If I don't, I apologize, and then hopefully Megan or Tim or somebody will say like, hey, Dave, someone asked the question and we can address it. Big Money Frank may stop by in a little bit later. The commish, Matt Burke, I believe is going to join us for a little while tonight. And then we have a special treat for you at halftime. This big pile of jokes right here, these are Landon's laughs we do at halftime. Landon's going to come on with us. So we'll pop him up on the screen right there and bring him in. And we'll do our Landon's laughs live, and he'll get to tell you guys some good jokes. So what we're going to do right now is, for those of you that are new, I'm going to go over my predictions. And then after that, when this game starts, I'm going to give you a private code for a Skybox. Now, those of you that have already played and done your predictors and picked your scores, you know that there's one Skybox open right now. It's all about a nice, cold, frosty bev. It's beer, the Skybox beer. You could win beer for a year tonight. Yes, you could win beer for a year. 10 people this week are going to win beer for a year, but there's also a second Skybox, and I'll give you that code in just a couple minutes. So let me go into resume game right here. And my picks. Now, here's why I picked what I picked. Now, this is one thing I like about tonight's game. Both of these teams have something to play for. There were some games today that were just completely useless, where no one had anything to play for. This game right now, Green Bay playing at home, trying to stay a game in front of Tampa and the Rams, and I mean, for that first round bye, huge game tonight for Green Bay. Also, Minnesota has not been mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. So the Vikings and the Saints both have a chance still to get in the playoffs. The Saints won today at Dexter. I'm not sure if he's here. Dexter's probably going to be very, very happy. But the Saints and Vikings both have a chance to get to the playoffs. So don't write either one of these teams off tonight. So here are my picks. Knowing that Green Bay is playing at home, knowing that Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, look at their last 5 games, have put on the board 24 points, 31, 45, 36, 31 in a losing effort to Minnesota, the last team they lost to, will be out to avenge that. And I think they're going to get all of their points. And I went 37 with Green Bay. Now, looking at Minnesota, knowing that your starting quarterback is out on COVID protocol, I backed Minnesota down. Don't get mad at me, fam. I know we have a lot of Minnesota fans, and Burke's going to be on later. But I went 20 points with Minnesota. Minnesota has been averaging more than that. They've been averaging 25 points a game. But I dialed a little bit back just because of Kirk Cousins. Total yards in the game. Total yards, I went at 710. As of this game, the Vikings are 10th in the league with 387 yards a game. Green Bay, 370 yards a game. So very, very close. And total yards against, 379, 29th ranked in the league for Minnesota. And Green Bay, that defense is not too bad. 11th ranked in total yards against, 331 yards a game. So I went at 710 is what I went at. And then, again, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good game tonight. And I have him at 321 yards. I was pulling up Aaron Rodgers' stats, and I was looking at them earlier. And here, let me do this and see if I can pull up. Let me pull up Rodgers. Where are you, Aaron? And I was looking at Aaron Rodgers' stats for the season and how much he has thrown in each game. These are things that I do when I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to, pick against. And 202 yards, 268, 341, 307, 385, the most yards he's thrown for this year. And guess what team it was against in a losing effort? Minnesota Vikings. So I went over 300 for Aaron Rodgers, 321. And they're just about to kick off right now. At least on my TV they are. So we just kicked off on this TV. If you want to pause yours in case you're in front of us, maybe on a live local feed or cable or something like that, and we're coming over a satellite. So Aaron Rodgers and the team running out to the huddle right now. You want me? Hey, let's do this. Let me give everybody the Skybox code first, and then we're going to have another special guest that's going to join us for a while. Veggie, you're right. You done messed up, Ron. Our code, our Skybox code for tonight, and when you go right there, you can see it right now on the screen. You can go back to the lobby, hit Skybox right there where it says Join Skybox, and you can put this code in, and make sure you spell it correctly. Rockin' Skol, and Rockin' is R-O-C-K-N. Rockin' Skol, S-K-O-L. R-O-C-K-N, S-K-O-L. Rockin' Skol is our private Skybox. Now, I want to explain to you before we bring in a special guest here to join me for a while this evening. When we do our private Skybox, 2 things I want to let you know. Number 1, first pass, bam, Devontae Adams right there. The first thing is normally in our private Skybox, we give away the first prize and the second prize each week when we have our private Skyboxes. We do it on Monday night, we do it on Thursday night, we do it on Sunday night. Okay? We're not going to do that tonight. We're going to have one prize and one prize only tonight. The other thing is, when I talked about buddy prizes, matching prizes, those are for your leaderboard, your game group, so you're playing against the entire country. They're not for Skyboxes. So if you do win a prize in a Skybox, it is not the kind of prize that we're going to have a buddy match on it. But those of you that are football fans and have been your whole lives, like, I was growing up and everything and stuff, and maybe right now you're a gamer and you love playing football. Most likely the game you play is Madden. We talk about Madden here all the time, and we've had Madden matches with John playing somebody else here on Super Squares. And John Madden, to some people, is the dude that's on the video game cover, the newer generation. To guys like me, John Madden was not only just a fantastic announcer, the guy that's on the NFL Madden game, but a fantastic football coach and even player. Just a true icon in the game. We run those Hall of Fame commercials and you probably saw one tonight when you registered, with John Madden saying that he believes at nighttime when all the lights go out and the last guy locks the door and it's totally dark, that the busts talk to each other. That's John Madden in that commercial. I'm getting goosebumps talking about him right now. So the winner of the Skybox tonight is going to receive this special prize, and there's only one. There is no matching prize. Let me slide this out of here. Make sure I don't wrinkle it or bend the corners. And that right there, and I can't get all the corners totally unfolded, is the John Madden Hall of Fame lithograph. And so whoever wins the Skybox tonight with the highest predictors, whoever has not the highest score, whoever has the best predictors tonight in the Skybox is going to win the John Madden lithograph. And I think it's autographed as well from the Hall of Fame, our good friends at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Uncle Terry,
hey,
you taking off?
Yeah.
Nice to see you, my friend, even though I didn't even see you really today.
Really see it.
Yeah.
You're a very busy man tonight.
Yes. Very nice. Tell your wife we said hello.
Hello?
Have a safe drive. It's supposed to start raining overnight tonight, so just be careful on the roads.
I think it's not till 2 a.m.
Good man. All right, temperature is going to drop too.
Everybody should be home. All right, bye.
Oh, almost a touchdown for Green Bay right there. 3rd and 10. Was Terry rubbing in the fact that Jacksonville got 50 hung on them?
Yep.
That's bad.
No,
When
they secured the number 1 pick.
that was their job, right? So 50 points.
That worked out for Cincinnati.
50 points. 50 points. And I thought that was bad until I saw Detroit gave up 51. Whoo! Here we go. 3rd down and 10. Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm going to be selfish and say, Aaron, throw it to Davante Adams, because I'm in the championship of our fantasy against Bourbon Drinker, and I need Davante Adams to score some touchdowns. Oh, that's not gonna work so well. 4th down. Here comes a field goal. So, all right, hey, hey,
How's it going,
Skeeter,
Dave?
what's up, brother?
How's it going?
Good. Hey, can we turn Skeeter's volume up a little bit? We're gonna do that. So, yes, I told you we're gonna welcome in a special guest. Many of you have seen Skeeter on with Jonathan before. We've had him on as a guest when Jonathan and I have been on. We talked to him a lot in the chat. We make fun of him for finishing in 2nd place repeatedly. But Skeeter's going to join me for a while tonight. Skeet, welcome.
How's it going, Dave?
Good. We're just trying to work on your volume and get it turned up because I can barely hear you. I'm not sure if it's on your end or if Tim can bump it up on this end. You're all the way up? Is there a way we can boost you up, Skeet?
See if I can boost myself up.
And chat, let me know if you guys can hear Skeet. Because I can barely hear you.
You got me?
I got you, but it's really hard for me to hear you. It's very quiet. How about the chat? You guys hear him?
How's it going? Can you guys get me? You got me, Dave?
I can barely hear you. But John says, or Frank says he can hear you guys on the chat, right? Loud and clear. Everyone on the chat's loud and clear. I just can't really hear you in the studio. So I'm gonna Tim's working on it. So if I miss something that you say, just like wave your hands. so I know you're trying to talk. Okay,
yeah, John.
There we go. Much better.
Okay. Yeah, I was taking the wife out quickly to eat, and John sent me a text that he has the Alpha, the Delta, and the Omicron variant right now, and he needs a replacement. So I hurried home to help out. but 3 cases of COVID at once must not be good.
As long as he doesn't have the alpha and the omega, then I think he'll be okay.
No, just the Omicron, Delta, and Alpha.
And the original.
Yep, the Alpha.
And the original. Does he really have COVID?
Probably.
I mean,
Doesn't
I don't know.
everyone have COVID at this point?
I don't know. Does anyone ever?
If Kirk Cousin got COVID, everyone's got COVID.
But no one has gotten a cold or a flu in like 2 years. It's either you have COVID or you don't have COVID. Everything seems to get lumped into the COVID category.
So Bourbon asked a question there. A split between almost all the money, but the winner gets more.
Yeah, that's what's at stake. Yeah, first place gets a little more than second place.
Yeah,
and it's kind of been a back and forth day in that championship battle. One of my guys got hurt, so I got like 3 points, which stinks. And then I had some great players on the bench, but I wasn't sure if Elijah Mitchell was going to play that much for San Francisco, and he came in and had a great game. Boston Scott, again, I wasn't sure with Philadelphia if he was going to be splitting time or what he was going to do. He came in and dominated carries, 2 rushing touchdowns. But I'll see if I can hold on. I'm just trying to hold on right now against the Bourbon drinker. Yeah, and Bourbon Penny was huge. I did pick up Penny for Seattle, and he had a really good game as Seattle just completely destroyed Detroit. My friends.
And Nwanku just brings it out to the 35. I think I'm a little bit ahead of you, Dave.
Okay, right now, he's now running out to the 20, 25, 30, 34-yard line.
I'll hit the pause. You tell me when the place kicker catches the ball.
Okay, let me just make sure I'm as fast as I can go. He just caught it. Just placed the snap. Oh, he fumbled it a little bit. Puts it down. Now there's a kick.
And we should be about even.
Well, they showed 2 replays of it. So if it was the first one, that's what I described to you.
Yeah, it was the first one. Back to game action.
Alex, I'm good, homie. I'm good. And again, I know a lot of people are like commenting in the chat and have said some things and all that stuff. So if we miss something, I apologize. I'll try to get back on it, try to answer any questions for you. Again, Jonathan's not going to be with us tonight because he's sick with something, which is interesting, Skeet. A buddy of mine on social media yesterday said, hey, watch the 6 o'clock news on Channel 8. I'm going to drop some truth about COVID. And so I found the story, and it was a story about COVID testing in the Tampa Bay area here and how long the lines were and how many thousands of people were being tested a day at this specific location. I think it was in downtown Tampa. And this was my question, and I'm not sure there's an answer to this or not, but this was my question. If you're going down to the COVID testing site, it's probably because you believe you have COVID. And even if you don't have COVID, you're sick. Whether it's the cold or flu or whatever, you're like, I'm sick. I wonder if I have COVID. So now, whether you have a mask on or not, whether it's cloth, paper, this, that, whatever, now I'm standing in line for hours with thousands of people that are sick. Even if I got there and I was healthy, my chances of going home sick are probably pretty good, I would think.
That would be correct.
I don't understand it.
Smart. I've learned a long time ago, take logic.
Yep.
And anytime COVID comes up, take logic and throw it out the window. Because if you try to use logic, you're going to go insane.
It's true. No, it is. It's true. And I try to use logic as much as possible. I believe people should be able to make their own decisions. Hey, if you want to get a vaccine or 3 or a booster, whatever, knock yourself out. If you don't want to get it, hey, that's your personal choice, whatever. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to, you don't, I believe everyone should make their own decisions. But I read an article today about someone getting suspended from Twitter, like permanently because of COVID misinformation. And then I see someone posting something about that's just complete and total bull about COVID, and their Twitter account is fine because they're on the other side of the argument and stuff. But yeah, it's logic out the window, I guess.
Just remember, Dave, COVID's the most dangerous thing you've ever lived through in your life, and the fact you survived it is a miracle.
Exactly.
And you should pray to God and thank Him every day.
I do.
Without it, His help, we all would have died.
That's true. I was in church this morning, and the priest said, a lot of people wonder why us Catholics keep saying Merry Christmas to each other after Christmas. And he was talking about, being thankful and the world that we live in today and following this, the star. And it was kind of funny because he made the analogy of like Jesus is the GPS. He goes, today, the wise men, the three kings said, good to just use GPS. He said, so think of Jesus as GPS. Just follow your GPS to Jesus. It was very interesting. But yeah, when you hear about all the crazy things in the world, and like I said, I think every day when I say my prayers that I woke up that day and that I'm getting to go to sleep that day and that my family is with me and that I've got my health and a roof. That's right. A roof over my head. Not a roof, Megan, a roof over my head. Yeah, I think if people spent more time, thanking God for the things that they have instead of asking for things that they don't have and want, I don't know, maybe we'd be a little better. I don't know.
Well said. Well said.
There's your boy, Dalvin Cook.
So in honor of John, I had to do my Monopoly play today. And I went for the biggest win of all time. So we need a touchdown from C.J. Ham.
Okay.
Touchdown from Valdez Scantling. Sean Mannion with 299 yards passing and over.
Ooh.
And a Vikings win. And if that hits, that's a payday.
I was going to say, that's huge.
It's ginormous.
That's going to be huge. That's not like, I'll take a Dalvin Cook touchdown, a Green Bay win, Aaron Rodgers to throw for more than 240 yards, and Devontae Adams to get a touchdown.
Yeah,
that might not be that bad.
No, doesn't pay quite as much, though.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. But you're looking for the big payoff.
I just had to go with it in honor of John being gone.
John,
get ridiculous four-way parlay.
Look at that. There's your passing yards.
To Gronklin.
So what were your predictors for this game? Were your Super Squares predictors?
So with lovely Sean Mannion at the helm today, I have zero faith that the Vikings can put up a lot of points today. So I went 34-17. I think I did 780 for yards. And then Aaron to have 342.
Dude, not bad. I mean, did you hear my picks? Because I'm right around there. I mean, I went Green Bay 37-20.
Yeah.
710 and then 320 for Aaron. You done messed up, Aaron.
But then I put on and asked for help from Jesus. That's why I'm wearing Tebow for the Vikings to win.
Hey, that's the Tebow jersey you want here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
And so with help from Jesus, Sean Mannion can become Joe Montana tonight.
He's doing
and
well.
And they can win the game.
He's doing well in the first drive.
Joe Montana was a quarterback. I said Joe Montana.
You're more like,
oh, yeah. I'm going to do random movie quotes that you don't get now. Reverse it back to you.
There you go. There'll probably be 90s quotes.
That is a 90s movie I quoted. Joe Montana was a quarterback, you idiot.
Was it Waterboy?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go, huh? Shazam.
Probably a movie that John hasn't seen yet. Sadly.
That's high quality H2O. Mama says alligators are angry because They got all those teeth and what was it?
They got all them teeth, but no toothbrush.
No toothbrush. The medulla oblongata.
You're whatever. Oh, I can't even say the word. Oh, Meg just noticed the Jags jersey. He never played an official game for him, though, sadly.
That was part of the Urban Meyer debacle.
They cut Tim Tebow, and now Meg is hoping that a certain wide receiver wants to stay in Florida.
Is that a receiver that went off the reservation today?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you that weren't aware, so Antonio Brown, wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who has been in more than one bad situation or scandal during his career, today in the middle of a game just took off his uniform on the sidelines and threw his gloves and his jersey and stuff up into the stands during the game, while the game is going on, running across the end zone during a live play to leave the stadium and waving to people. And immediately after the game, when asked, Bruce Arians, the head coach, I've never seen a player leave in the middle of the game before. Your thoughts on that? I think he said, Antonio Brown is no longer a Buck. Now, if you have questions about guys that helped contribute to the win today, I'll answer those questions or something like that, which was great. Antonio Brown is not right. And when I say that, I mean, I don't mean like, well, what he did was wrong. He has psychological problems, and I sincerely hope that he gets the help that he needs. I don't know if it's going to be from the Bucs organization because he's no longer a Buccaneer, but we talked last week on the show about Alonzo Spellman and his psychological issues and kind of what happened to him and with his career and stuff. Former Buccaneer Vincent Jackson, he passed away this past year, and he was found dead in a hotel room, and they announced that he had I guess the autopsy's finally been completed and everything, and he had like brain, the CTS or whatever it was or something.
CTE.
What is it? CT? What is it?
CTE.
CTE. Yeah. And so, like I said, and I just hope that nothing tragic happens to either Antonio Brown or anyone that's around him. I hope he gets the help that he needs, because he's not right.
Yeah. But it's fun to watch sometimes.
Yeah, it was. Did your Vikings just go for it on fourth down and miss it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I saw that. As Moose Man says, what are the Vikes doing?
The only way Antonio Brown can get the nation's support behind him again if he agrees to fight Jake Paul.
You know what? And I've never seen that dude fight. I know. Aren't there two Paul guys?
Logan Paul and Jake Paul, yeah.
Okay, Logan Paul. Do they both box or fight?
Yes.
Okay. I saw something that maybe Jonathan put on Twitter within the last week. That was some kind of like letter from maybe Jake Paul.
To UFC, yeah.
Yeah.
Jake
about
Paul's
like, hey,
letter
here,
to Dana White.
if you do this, and this, then I'll fight this guy and I'll retire from whatever or something. And
he'll retire from boxing and fight Jorge Masvidal in a UFC event.
Who's that?
Jorge Masvidal. Do you remember seeing the highlight where a fight started and a guy got kneed in the face and passed out cold?
No.
Because that's where he's most famous from. So he has the fastest knockout in UFC history when he kneed Ben Askren in the face in 5 seconds and knocked him out cold.
Dang. 5 seconds? That was the fight? It's like, ding, here you go. Bam, 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can bring it up. It's 5 seconds long. So they start, fight starts. Masvidal sprints at him. Askren goes for a takedown, flying knee to the face, stiff as a board.
Dang.
And it's 5 seconds because it took another 3 seconds to the ref to get to him and call the fight. So it was like a 2-second knockout.
Wow. I did not see that. But that's
the fight that he's probably most famous for because it was unbelievable quick. And then he won the BMF belt when he fought Nate Diaz after that.
And this is the guy that Jake Paul says, I'll get in the ring with.
In the UFC, yeah. If Dana White follows these unfollowable rules.
Has Jake Paul ever done UFC?
No,
Okay.
it would not be. No.
Wow.
It'd be like when James Toney got in the. James Toney, you remember James Toney?
Yes.
He tried UFC and he fought Randy Couture, living legend of the sport, and Toney didn't throw a single punch the entire fight. He was on his back the entire time and being played with.
Jeez. So obviously this fight's never going to happen.
No.
Okay.
No. It would be. Yeah. Boxers don't usually do well in UFC because you can't punch that hard when you're laying on your back.
I would imagine. I'm going to look at my game group and see if there's any familiar names in my game group. And so far, every single person in my game group so far is from Minnesota. Let me see. Vank 06.
What did he
do?
Game
group. Let me see. Anyone else that I know in here? Geez, nobody. Most people from Minnesota now. One, New York, Texas, California. I recognize this name, Taking Your Lunch Money. I recognize that name. But that's it. Beer for a Year, 1,009 people in Beer for a Year, my friends.
That's a good amount.
And get into our Rockin' Skol, ROCKNSKOL, Rockin' Skol. Get into that box. Right now, 229. And the highest predictors, which right now is the football nerd, the highest predictors will win that John Madden Hall of Fame lithograph that I showed you a little while ago. My friends.
To once again quote my dad, he's a bully and a cheat.
Who, John Madden?
Yeah, just to quote my dad.
He's a bully and a cheat. So speaking of cheaters, oh no, please tell me that's not the guy that's playing against me. Uh-oh.
Aaron Jones?
That was Aaron Jones. That's not good. He's playing against me. Not good, my friend. So speaking of cheaters, I get a message at halftime. Now again, I'm doing stuff with the family today. I don't ever really watch football unless I'm with you guys on the stream or anything like that. So I'm not at home watching all the games. But the Buccaneers were on, and I get a message. What is wrong with Tom Brady? He sucks. This is from someone in Tampa. That's a Brady fan and a Tampa fan. What is wrong with Tom Brady? He sucks.
It couldn't have been Frank.
And then after the game is over, I get 3 or 4 of my buddies I'm on a group text with texting me going, greatest of all time, greatest 2-point or 2-minute drive in the history of the National Football League, blah, 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 on and on about Tom Brady. I got in and I asked Big Money Frank because he has Tom Brady on fantasy, but I think he has Joe Burrow as well. And for some reason, I think Frank started Tom Brady over Joe Burrow today. I'm not sure why. It didn't hurt him. But Brady had like 400 yards when the day was all said and done, I think.
So he wasn't cheating before the half. After halftime, he realized I need to cheat.
I think he went in the locker room and said, yeah, hey, guys, this is the Jets. And someone said, who? The Jets. We're getting blown out by the Jets. Let's start cheating. I don't know what they did in the second half. Maybe Antonio Brown was part of the plan. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened.
Just remember, the Jets are so bad that Belichick's cheating couldn't even fix the Jets.
See? That is true. Yeah, Tom Brady, 34 of 50, 410 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception.
That's a game.
That's not bad. That's not bad until you look and you go, let me take a look over here. Oh, Joe Burrow. And you go, Joe Burrow, 30 of 39 for 446 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Frank's in the chat calling us haters, by the way.
And then if you look and you're like, oh man, that Russell Wilson, he's never been the same. That Russell Wilson guy, he's done. Oh, Russell Wilson stats today. Now, I know he was playing Detroit.
I was about to say it only counts when you play NFL teams.
Yeah, he was 20 of 29 for 236 and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, but you got to play NFL teams.
Yeah, that's true. College doesn't count.
I mean, call him college team. I think Bama might replace him.
They might. They might.
Relegate the Lions back down to college level.
4th and 3. Look at Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay going for it on 4th and 3.
Let's see if they get it.
Yep, they're going for it.
Yeah. Incomplete.
Oh, how about some interference?
What are you talking about, Dave?
Come on. That was Davante Adams. I need him to score, bro. Let's see. There's the throw. Oh, man. Alexander had Davante Adams' right arm locked in the entire time as he was trying to catch that ball.
Watch that replay again. Davante takes his arm, puts it there to try to make it look like it's interference. And he was just trying to get a call and not actually catch the ball. That's what happened there. No bias at all.
No bias at all.
No bias.
Well, I've got a 73% chance to win to 27. It was 75-25 a couple minutes ago.
I think you're sitting pretty good there.
I don't know. I need like 3 Davante Adams touchdowns. I need some breathing room, my friend.
And Bourbon has a good point. PI doesn't get you any points, Dave.
I know, but it gets me another down.
Yeah, at the 1 yard line.
Exactly. And a quick
where they run Aaron
slant.
Jones in for a touchdown.
It could be a quick slant to Davante Adams who drew that penalty and going to get rewarded for it.
Or most likely the player you're playing against
could be
1 yard for a touchdown. So this is a blessing in disguise, Dave.
Could be, my friend.
Blessing in disguise.
There you go. I won't argue it. I will accept it. It was meant to be.
I'm looking out for you.
I appreciate that. Now, here, speaking of looking out, I looked when I got in tonight and I pulled up the fantasy stuff because I didn't really know what the score was. And I didn't know what happened in the Dallas game and all that stuff. And Jonathan is playing Swamp Shine for 3rd place.
Yes.
And I pulled up the game and I'm like, I wonder how Jonathan's doing. And I see Swamp Shine's got like Jimmy Garoppolo in the lineup who's out and has been out. It wasn't like it was a surprise. So did they just not even know whoever Brady is and didn't even change their lineup?
I don't know. Because he played last week with like not a broken lineup, right?
I think, yeah.
Bourbon played him last week, right?
I believe so.
So he would know.
Let me look at week 16.
Random place to stop playing at.
Yeah, Swampshine beat Bourbon, and Swampshine last week had that, had Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, actually had Jimmy Garoppolo win last week as well. No, it went to this week.
Okay.
It defaulted to this week with 0 points. But yeah, I was surprised to see that. I was like, man, how do you not like pick up a quarterback and put him in? Maybe Swampshine didn't know or thought there was no 3rd place. I don't know, but I saw that, and I'm rooting for John, and it looks like he'll win obviously now. So
yeah, Swampshine was in chat earlier today for sure. I don't know. Maybe he just thought he had a quarterback in there that was playing.
Or maybe he thought it was just 1st and 2nd place and that he was done. It got eliminated.
I don't know. Wow, what a horrible play. Oh, incomplete pass. Okay.
Good, because I have Jefferson playing against me.
Yeah, that was an incomplete pass. Well, Bourbon, maybe he's just embarrassed when he found out what he did.
Maybe. Embarrassed.
So Vikings ball.
7th season. He's thrown for 384 yards in 7 seasons.
Yeah, he's been back up in Minnesota like his entire career.
That's fantastic.
One of those guys that I'm sure is like great at helping and coaching and dissecting plays and can see everything he needs to do, just doesn't have the actual talent to everything. The Jim Sorgis, just the great backups that can do a lot of great things outside of playing quarterback.
Right. Like hold the clipboard.
A very, very difficult talent.
Hey, speaking of difficult things, ladies and gentlemen, Dexter Willis has made an appearance in the chat in all caps. to let us know that if the Vikings lose tonight, they're knocked out of the playoffs. And we had talked about that earlier, saying that there are 2 teams that still have a chance, and the Saints already took care of their business and won today. So the Saints and the Vikings are fighting for that last wild card spot. And yes, if the Vikings lose tonight, they're done, my friend.
And let's all be honest, they lost and got knocked out of the playoffs when they lost to a team that should be relegated. That's when everything I thought, well, will they make it to the playoffs? They could still. No, once they lost the Lions, I threw this season away. Never once was like, fire Zim. Like, who are you going to replace them with? But then you lose to the Lions? No, you all got to go. Everyone's got to go when you lose to the Lions.
That is kind of embarrassing.
Oh, extremely. And I had to be on stream with a gloating bearded Blevins, enjoying his first win of the season. He was like crying tears of joy. Like, they're not that bad.
They are that bad.
They are.
But I tell you what, though, they do have a lot of young talent on that team. I do think they're going to get better. It's a first year with a new head coach. Give them some time, my friend.
The Lions, they've been saying that for 60 years.
This is true. But every year they don't have a new head coach. It's not every year.
No, it's every 3.
What's the penalty? Who's the penalty on here?
Don't know.
This is big.
Offsides, maybe?
So Green Bay will be taking over around their own 20-yard line.
Oh. Catch interference.
Yep.
But it looked like they waved it off because he tried to get out of the way and the other player pushed him into him. Kind of, sort of. But I don't know. But it didn't look like they actually called the play.
Yeah, I think did they take back? Tommy Likes Wingy said no penalty.
Yeah, it looks like, because when the ref came on and explained it, he didn't do a penalty. He waved it off.
Got it. My friend. So how was your New Year, Skeet?
It was good.
What'd you do? Anything exciting?
Nothing special for the New Year. Was pretty busy. The wife's got surgery in 2 days, and she's super paranoid about it. But it's like very minor. But she's never been put under before, so she's paranoid.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
But she'll be fine.
Yeah,
If not, single man again. Woohoo! Don't tell on me, guys. Yeah. This Christmas, though, I had 7 Christmases I went to. I did find out what's actually causing global warming.
Really?
As a kid. Yep, as a kid. I know exactly what it's a mixture of 2 generations. So as a kid, up in Chicago, right?
Right.
In the winter, because if you left the door open, what were you yelled at for doing?
Well, in the summertime, you were air conditioning the outside.
In the winter,
you were heating the outside.
Heating the outside, right?
Yes.
Well, at 7 Christmases, I saw multiple kids heating the outside, and no one once told them what they were doing. I'm letting you know, the current parent generation and the kids, that's what's causing global warming during the winter, because all I saw was kids heating the outside and no one stopping them.
Were they born in a barn?
Clearly, but if you heat the outside long enough, it's going to warm up the entire globe.
My goodness. Hey, Ryan Jean subscribed for 9 months. Thanks, Ryan Jean. I actually saw something that I thought everyone's got their thing, and I don't mean to diminish other people, what they feel is important. I mean, but some things I just kind of like read and I look, and I saw that there was like a protest or something, like a couple hundred people marching on Joe Biden's house in Delaware or near his home in protest, demanding that he declare a climate crisis or a climate emergency. And I was reading the article, and it said the woman that was a leader of the group or something we tried to give our letter of demands to the police or the Secret Service, but they wouldn't take it. So we read it to them. Their list of demands. I just thought it was kind of funny. Like, I mean, like you said, close the door, stop heating the outside, right?
Yeah. If we stop doing that, we will cool down. And where I live, we just had 3 straight days of negative 30.
Sweet.
It's currently negative 20 outside. I'd have to check the thermometer for sure. I'm pro global warming because it's cold outside. Like, let's heat it up.
Heck yeah, dude. They could use it up there in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I was in Savannah this week, and it was unseasonably warm. I was hoping to, get out of Florida, go a little bit north, get the cool weather. I mean, it's not snowing in Savannah or anything like that, but I was hoping for at least like 50s, and it was like 78 degrees. One day was 80 degrees. Like, man, air conditioners on. It's January.
I need to move south. Move south.
4th down. 3-0.
Very own Savannah, Georgia. 83 degrees in South. You're in isn't Miami technically in the tropics?
I think it is. I believe so.
I don't know exactly where that line starts, but yeah,
It was warm here today too. I mean, the windows are closed, air conditioners on. It's supposed to cool off overnight tonight, and we're supposed to get rain, like Uncle Terry was saying, maybe around 2 in the morning or at some point tonight. Overnight it's supposed to rain.
Did I tell you the temp outside right now?
Hey, Berkey. Tim said that he emailed it to you. Hey, Tim, did you email Burke the link to join the stream? Okay. Tim said he emailed it to you. He's going to shoot it over to you again, Berkey. Ladies and gentlemen, former Super Bowl champion with the Baltimore Ravens, Minnesota Viking great, and probably the most prestigious thing that he has done is the commissioner of Super Squares. He is the commissioner of our Super Squares League. Matt Burke will be joining us shortly for a little while. He always takes interest in these Vikings games and has some words of wisdom for us.
The commish. He is a forever champion.
I guess you could say that. It's kind of like, when people say, "Oh, you're an ex-Marine." No, I'm not. I'm a Marine. I'll always be a Marine. I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I'm not an ex-Marine or whatever. So maybe we'll ask Burke if that is a bone of contention with Super Bowl winners. If it's like, this is Super Bowl winner, not former Super Bowl winner. It doesn't matter when you won it. You're a Super Bowl winner. So we'll get clarification on that from Matt.
I have given so many Marine jokes to John, and he just doesn't use any of them. He doesn't get like a quarter of them because it's too much lingo, but he's like, he won't use them. I told him next time you meet up with Dave, give him some crayons, and he had no idea what that meant. I was a little sad. He's like, "What do you mean?" Well, when Dave wants dessert, just hand him one of those. And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. That's what Marines eat."
End of the first quarter.
I'm sure that's not the first time you heard that in your life.
Oh, heck no, man. No. I'm all about eating crayons, and I saw a hilarious like Halloween, some good Halloween costumes that centered around that in Marine Corps, and Marines eating crayons and stuff. Yeah, it was funny. I was in the MEP Center downtown Chicago, and for those of you that have never been in the military, when you
military enlistment point of processing and screening.
Yeah, so when you want to join the service, you go down to the MEP Center and they do a physical and they give you the ASVAB test and all this stuff and everything. So we get down to the MEPs, and I think you got there the night before and stayed overnight, and then they did everything all the next day. Oh, Tim's got a Y. Why? How did I do? I didn't get a partial. I got nothing. So we're down at the MEP Center, and this is where they process like anybody going into the service. It's not a Marine thing. And hey, Tim, did you send it again to Burke? Did you send it again? Because he just said right now again he didn't get it. Okay, now, hey, Berkey, Frank said he just texted you. So check your phone for a text. So at the MEP Center, we're down there, and there's, like I said, every branch of the service that's going in, and guys like, hey, what are you doing? I'm going in the Army. What do you do? Oh, I'm Navy. I'm going in the Navy. Oh, I'm Navy too. What are you going? Army. What are you going? Oh, I'm in the Army. Army. What are you going? Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Air Force. Oh, really? Air Force. Where do you go? I'm in the Marines. Ooh. Everybody's like, oh, you're going in the Marines? Yeah. Oh, wow. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going in the Army. I'm going to tell you. Where are you? Marines. Really? It's like everybody automatically just looked at you different.
Well, you know how many active Marines there are right now, right?
How many active? I know it was a couple 100,000. I'm not even sure.
No, you're way off, Dave.
How many now?
60,000.
No way. I thought it was like 200.
No, Marines are really small.
Dude, I thought it was, wow.
Even when you got in, it was that small. Like, that's why you don't. It's something you join because you want to be a Marine. And you know that because you joined because you wanted to be a Marine.
Yep.
You saw it. Well, you're a little older than that commercial where you slay the dragon.
A little bit.
Bourbon drinker Navy always beats Army.
Okay, listen. I just pulled this up and it says there are 183,594 active duty Marines and 167,000 family members. So I was right. It's like around 200,000, I thought.
The number I got was 60,000 of active Marines. Maybe I got a bad number, but Marines are actually really low mark.
There is a current military forces right now as of December 7th, 2021.
Maybe I just saw a wrong number then.
A day that will live in infamy. Active duty Army, 479,000. National Guard, 336. Navy, 332. Air Force, 327. Army Reserve, 282. Marines, 186.
I thought there was only less than that. Wow. Some odd reason I had bad info on that. And notice how the Coast Guard got moved because they're no longer part of the Department of Defense.
The Coast Guard is no longer
part of the Department of Defense. They got moved to Department of Homeland Security.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So Coast Guard's now DHS, not DOD.
Yeah, we're bringing the commission. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. The commish.
What's happening?
How are you, sir?
Dude, I am well. I am so fired up about my Vikings chances in Lambeau Field with our quarterback, old what's his name? Should be pretty fantastic.
Old what's his name? We were just saying he in his 7-year career, I think he's got 384 passing yards or something like that.
See?
His last start was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? Against the Bears, week 17, because the Vikings already were locked in their slot.
Here's the deal. It's Lambeau Field Sunday night. It's already evident that we're playing 12 versus 11. And it's only 3-0 after the first quarter. So, I mean, that's a win. We've got the momentum.
Yep, that's a win in my book for you there. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of weird things. Also, I mean, both teams going for it on 4th downs and everything and stuff. A very odd game so far.
Well, that's because Matt LaFleur respects Sean Mannion, and he knows that he's dangerous. So when you're down there, you got to try to put up field goals. Ain't going to cut it against Sean Mannion now.
No.
Nope.
What do you think of the decision was not throwing Mond out there, though?
I have no clue. Maybe you're just thinking it's a really tough situation, and you don't want to throw a young guy in a really tough situation like that, because I think you see a lot with young quarterbacks. You know, if it doesn't start well, they get scar tissue, and sometimes they never recover. So, you know, instead of putting them in Lambeau Field on Sunday night against Aaron Rodgers when it's 0 degrees, let's just wait and start them some other time.
I was thinking because everyone knew how great Sean Mannion was. So
yeah, but Mannion, though, I mean, I'm serious. Like, he doesn't look like overmatched or terrible. You know, he looks the part. Throwing the ball, I mean, I think he's Yeah, yeah. And the other thing too, I mean, you're on the road and it's loud. This is going to sound kind of funny because you're like, well, it's NFL, but getting in and out of the huddle, calling plays, it's not the easiest thing in the world if you've never done it before in an NFL game, and that's just, that's like almost embarrassing. So, Manny knows how to run the operation.
Yeah, he can. He's not going to make the silly mistakes.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, and I'm also super fired up because kids go back to school tomorrow. So, yeah.
The awkward time period between Christmas and going back to school where everyone was like, Christmas is over, kids are still home.
Yeah. I'll tell you, that's awkward, but not as awkward. I need to know the story, Skeeter. Why in the God's name are you wearing a Jaguars jersey?
Well, you want the Vikings to win tonight, right?
Sure.
So I'm asking for help from Jesus.
Is Trevor Lawrence Jesus, or what's the deal?
This is Tim Tebow.
Oh, Tebow.
This is Tim Tebow, my friend. Tight end, number 85. And if you need help from Jesus, there's one man to ask.
Yeah.
That's on this planet currently, and his name is Tim Tebow.
2 weeks from tomorrow, I will be with Tim Tebow in the great state of Florida doing an event with him.
That will be nice, warm, and nice.
So we got all sorts of Tebow mojo going on right now.
Sweet.
And the fact that the score is still only 3-0, I'm believing that Jesus is helping.
So far, so good.
Hey, Burke, got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you heard us talking about this. When I was in the Marine Corps from 86 to 91, and you never call someone, or you were an ex-Marine, you never say that to a Marine. You're a former Marine or a veteran, or you're once a Marine, always a Marine. Does that same thing happen with like Super Bowl? If someone says, this is former Super Bowl champ Matt Burke, or is it, hey, once you're a champion, you're always a champion, and this is Super Bowl champ Matt Burke?
As far as I'm concerned, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, they always talk about you're only as good as your last game. Well, my last game was the Super Bowl. We won, so I'm a champion forever.
so
Well, I would think it's like boxing too, right? Because once you become a heavyweight champ, you're always called champ.
Yeah, if you retire as the champ, you're the champ.
What if you don't retire? What if you with your first year in the league and you happen to win a Super Bowl and you play for 8 more years and you never win again? Like you're on the Lions or something like that. You get traded to the Lions.
Yeah.
Are you still then a Super Bowl champ because you won it your first year with somebody?
I mean, listen, in all seriousness, I would say if you are a Super Bowl champ at one point, you should be introduced as a Super Bowl champ, not a former, because
Got it.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Now, I might feel differently had I not won a Super Bowl, but look at Patrick Peterson just locking down Devontae Adams. 4th down again. I love it, man. We're going to shock the world tonight.
Twice in a year.
Sweep the Packers.
Well, I was mentioned before the game, and here comes another field goal. That the most yards Aaron Rodgers has thrown for this season is against Minnesota. In that loss was against Minnesota. So
no, I think that's what makes this Packers team different, and why I think they're actually better than they have been recently is they do have a running game, and their formula for winning is to run the ball and take a little bit of keep their defense off the field a little bit more so they're fresh, because in the past, yeah, Aaron puts up huge numbers and they score a lot of points, but when you throw the ball, you don't take as much time off the clock, and there's not a defense out there. I mean, you see it after about 60, 65 plays, every defense really starts to go down, and so that's their formula, and you can't argue with the results. But I totally expect them, they'll lose in late January like they always do, and us Minnesota people will be very happy about that.
Well, when Rodgers posted that picture of the Last Dance where Jordan's team was three-peating, I'm like, is that three-peating NFC losses? Because that's what I got out of it.
I would agree. Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, him and I have won the same amount of Super Bowls, so.
That's so sad.
And
no offense to you, but the fact that Rodgers only has one is kind of sad.
Oh, it's totally sad. I think the fact that they've had 30 years of MVP Hall of Fame quarterbacking, they only have 2 Super Bowls is pathetic.
Yeah.
They only have 2 more Super Bowls in the last 30 years than the Vikings.
In the last 60 years, right? Last time they won was in the 60s.
Yeah. See?
Other than the 2.
We know how to spin stuff, Skeeter. We know how to spin it.
I've learned that. I've learned how to spin. It's sad.
Matthew USA says he'd have more confidence if Tebow was starting for QB for the Vikes tonight. Come on, man. In Mannion we trust.
All this disrespect for Sean Mannion. I mean, look at this. The reason Green Bay, how great is their defense? It's been a quarter and a half. They completely shut down the great Sean Mannion.
Yeah.
Like, you got it. They are a different team because a defense that can do that, scary.
What if Sean Mannion just completely lights it up, leads them down at the end of the game to a game-winning touchdown drive, and they say, that's it, we're moving on from Kirk Cousins. Sean Mannion's our guy, and we're going to use the extra $30 million to go sign 3 offensive linemen this offseason. That'd be phenomenal.
If only contracts didn't actually work that way.
It could happen.
Mannion's 5 of 7 for 26 yards this game.
See? He's accurate.
4 yards per pass right now on average.
Woo! And Jonathan, hey, I think Jonathan might be listening. He says, "Am I out here trolling the Lions when Jonathan's not even here?" No, we're not trolling the Lions at all. I don't think we've even mentioned. Well, we mentioned twice that the Lions gave up 51 points today. That's 3 times now we've mentioned
Was it? I didn't see the score. They gave up 51 to Seattle.
51. I thought it was bad when I saw that Jacksonville gave up 50, and I'm like, oh man. And then I scrolled and I saw Detroit score 51.
But John knows how good his wide receiving core could be next year after watching the Bucs game. He's drooling over the potential of getting an all-pro talented wide receiver.
Did you see that fiasco today, Burke?
Hey, Tom likes me. Say again.
I said, did you see that fiasco today with Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Not good when you're looking for your own Uber. Not good when you're looking for your own Uber from the stadium.
Yeah.
What was it? 4 years ago when a Bill retired during halftime? Vontaze Davis? And everyone thought that was terrible, let alone while the game was actually being played.
The all-time greatest farewell game. Remember old Steve Tasker from the Buffalo Bills?
A Tasker. Yep.
Yeah, just special teams ninja.
Yep.
Got thrown out of his last game. That's the way to go out, you know. He probably said to him, I don't want to like have everybody after the game coming up to me, you know, telling me how great my career can. I just want to get out of here early. I'm gonna do the Irish goodbye for my last game.
3rd and 20 coming up. This is where Mannion shows what he's got.
Throughout his career, he's been awesome at 3rd and 20.
Well, if he holds true to NFC North form, he'll throw about a 14-yard pass.
No, it's going to be 3.
Then they'll punt.
It's going to be about 3 yards. Oh, a draw. Was that Dede? Oh, no, that was Cook.
I'll tell you what, last year when Cook got hurt at the end of the season in my in my fantasy league where I had that fantastic commissioner that didn't know the rules and we played till the last week and made you chase him for money, all that kind of stuff. I picked up Alexander Mattison from Minnesota, and he was my backup. I mean, I didn't have anyone. I picked him up, dude, and he kicked butt for me and helped me win a championship last year. He's a stud.
He plays excellent.
Yeah, he's a stud when Cook's out. It's great to be able to have that kind of security on a team where you know that if you've got a guy as great as Dalvin Cook, if he goes down, you're not taking 3 steps down the ladder. You're taking 1.
Oh, Madison's a very good back, but I mean, Dalvin, I think, is one of the 3 difference makers at running back in the NFL.
Yep.
And did you see on the intros tonight that Dalvin is ranked 40 out of 60 running backs according to Pro Football Focus?
What? I did not see. Wow. How?
Are you kidding? I don't know. They must have like either AI or Ray Charles is grading the running back film, because
That doesn't make.
to say that he's 40 is absolutely insane.
Isn't he like second or third with rushing yards?
I don't know if he's that high this year, but I mean, the guy's an absolute beast.
I mean, I could see like a guy like Saquon Barkley dropping down that list and seeing someone explain why, yeah, but not Dalvin Cook.
Oh, I mean, Dalvin's he's super productive, and I bet because of injuries and stuff, I bet his numbers don't even tell the whole story.
He's fourth. He's fourth in the league in rushing yards. It goes Taylor, who should be MVP consideration, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
And Cook's missed a couple games too.
Yeah. And he's been banged up on a couple others. And
yeah.
And 40th?
40th.
40th.
I swear it said 40.
I need that math explained to me, and I know it can't happen here. And Jeremy with Pride of Detroit, he rated Twitch here with 38 people. Thank you very much for that.
Jeremy, nice to see you. Welcome all you Detroit fans. No one has said anything bad about Detroit all night long.
And I just want to tell Jeremy that Lions game today, although I didn't see it, it doesn't appear that they had a lot of momentum on their side.
And I think if we did talk to Jeremy, or maybe John did explain to us that the game was a lot closer than the score indicated. Just that much.
A lot closer. Well, they had their backup quarterback in as well.
Yeah, but that guy he played pretty well last week.
John said he can throw the ball through a brick wall. His issue is hitting the wall.
There you go. It's like the remember in the movie Major League when ran through his first pitch and it went over the catcher's head and broke the sign. He said, "Nice velocity." Sounded like it.
Well, I was thinking, what was that? Bull Durham, where he purposely had him do that and hit the mascot.
Throw it at the bull. What?
Yeah.
Throw it at the bull.
Why would I do that? I'm on tonight. Just trust me on this.
I don't know where the next one's going to go.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. Ball 4. Ball 8. Ball 12. I don't know how guys are laying off pitches this close.
Hey, being we lost the football icon John Madden. Is Bob Euchre still alive?
Yes. I believe so.
Yeah, he is. Fantastic. Milwaukee Brewers great announcer. When I found out he announced for the Brewers, because I was a kid when Major League came out, and I found out he announced for the Brewers and not the Indians, I was actually kind of upset about that.
He's 86 years old. His birthday is coming up in 3 weeks.
87.
Yesterday I had to run to Walgreens real quick for something. I was checking out, and I saw one of the magazines in the thing had Betty White on it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my gosh, did they have like Betty White, the cover like pre-done, anticipating, they'll do that. They'll write eulogies or obituaries for really famous people who aren't dead yet. So when they die, the story goes up right away and they've got it. And so I grabbed it because I just saw Betty White on the top and I pulled up. It says Betty White turning 100. And I thought, oh man, you might want to pull those magazines off the rack.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, they've been doing this whole big, huge thing about her 100th birthday, and it's in a few weeks. So, all that stuff was ready and already coming out. And there was this, what a shame that she passed away as well. And John Madden, Reeves, former coach of Broncos and Atlanta, passed away. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if you saw, Burke, our Skybox tonight, that we are not giving away our normal prizes of $250, I think 100 gift certificates. We have a John Madden Hall of Fame lithograph.
There you go.
And we'll go to the person with the highest predictors in the Skybox tonight.
Pretty cool.
And I always remind people, I quote my dad, been doing this for years. Anytime Madden comes up, he's a bully and a cheat. And I'm sure it comes from Was that 72 where the Raiders beat the Vikings in the Super Bowl? Around that time, maybe I got the year a little bit off. It's hilarious.
I wasn't aware that he cheated during that Super Bowl, but
He bullied the refs, according to my dad.
Oh.
I didn't see the game, but my dad told me he bullied the refs. There's Devontae again for you.
I know. I didn't even get
He's
the
getting
end
a
zone.
lot of catches.
I didn't even get the end zone. I was wondering, speaking of Devontae and getting catches and all that, when someone called me today and they said, "Hey, are you watching the Bucs game?" I'm like, "No, dude. I'm spending time with my family." And they said, "Did you see what Antonio Brown just did?" I'm like, "No, what? No, dude, come on." And oh no, he like left. I go, what do you mean he left? They're like, he stripped. This is what they said. He stripped and then he left. And then I started pulling up on Twitter and I saw the thing and him, taking his shirt off and throwing it and running through the end zone and all that stuff. Someone's like, why would he do that? And I said, and again, I don't know why he did it. It hasn't been explained yet, but I believe he had 3 bonuses that he could make for touchdown. Wow. Alan Lazard came down with that one. That I think he needed 50 catches and he was at 39. He needed a certain number of touchdowns, I think, and a certain number of yards. And if he hit each one of those incentives, I think may have been worth like $333,000. And if he got all 3 of them, $1 million or something like that. And that he was pissed off that they were getting blown out and he wasn't getting the ball thrown to him. I think he might have had 2 catches at the time or something. And I thought maybe that had something to do with it, that there was some kind of fight on the sidelines about him not getting the ball or something. I don't know. But it's interesting to see like these guys that have those certain incentives that they have to reach. That wasn't very prevalent back when you played, was it, Burke?
I mean, there were incentives, but not, obviously not those numbers, but another $1 million for Antonio Brown isn't going to solve any of his problems.
Right. Exactly.
And he's obviously got some issues. And I would like to point out too that the last Packers touchdown drive was very fittingly 6 plays, 66 yards. Tebow, 6 plays, 66 yards.
So hey, why was Jared Goff out today?
Was he COVID too?
Was he COVID too? I know Cousins is. Is Goff still COVID?
Goff was COVID last week. Assume probably same thing.
Probably the same thing. All right. Well, what that's going to do is bring us to one of my favorite segments of our show. It's called Matt Burke's Tweet of the Week. So as long as Matt Burke is with us and he's tweeting again, our Matt Burke Tweet of the Week, and if you don't follow Matt on Twitter, you need to do so. So something called The Telegraph, which I think must be some kind of, I don't know, newspaper-ish kind of thing, or maybe a news source, posted a story, and The Telegraph is verified too. They posted a story that said, polar researchers in remote Antarctica have fallen victim to coronavirus, despite taking strict health precautions, being fully vaccinated, and miles from civilization. Imagine that. Matt Burke's reply to them. It happened because the polar bears didn't wear masks. I love it.
It's just
Matt Burke, Tweet of the Week.
And then somebody who was not happy with my tweet told me that polar bears don't live in Antarctica.
He's right.
I mean, you could probably win a lot of free beers at the bar if you asked, if where do polar bears live? I bet you 8 out of 10 people would say Antarctica.
Could be.
I would. They don't, like, none at all even live there. They don't even kind of cross over.
No, Antarctica's. What do you mean cross over, Dave? The Arctic and the Antarctic don't touch, Dave.
I can swim, dude.
Cross over the Indian Ocean? What are you talking about?
That's quite a swim. They all live in the Arctic.
Arctic, Antarctic. It's all Arctic. It's all
That's what I'm
cold.
saying.
What the hell's the
That's what
difference?
I'm saying.
Exactly.
Well, it works for a joke.
It does work for a joke.
I love it.
Did you see what those poor people had to do though? Now, all of them that are living in Antarctica. So now they've all got like these one-person tents pitched outside. They have to, like,
And they all have it.
stay in isolation. They all have it. So they all, which they all have it. So
Shutting off logic.
why not just everybody stay together? You're not going to get it worse, are you? I don't think so.
No. Got to shut off our logic. Oh.
Stavros filled us in on a couple of those stats that I was asking about or commenting. Entering today's game, Antonio Brown had the chance to earn the following incentives. 11 more receptions for 333,000. Like I said, I think he had 39. He needed 50. 281 more yards for another 333,000 and 3 more touchdowns. So again, those 3 incentives bring him to $1 million. He had 3 catches for 26 yards against the Jets when he quit.
So he needed 8 more catches in a game and a half. He probably wasn't going to get that. Was not going to get 281 more yards and was not going to get 3 more. He wouldn't have met any of those anyways.
I don't know, dude. Didn't last week he just like totally light it up and have like 11 catches or something stupid?
Yeah, but Godwin, Evans, and like everyone was out. They all came back this week.
There was a I said this, Dave. One of them was just one more touchdown. He could have got one more touchdown.
3 more touchdowns.
Well, I read one on Twitter. Sorry.
In 2 games.
Game and a half.
Game and a half. One of them was against the Jets.
Yeah, they're already up by. Well,
yeah,
actually,
they were down like what, 14. So you knew they were going to have to throw the ball to get back, which they did to get back in that game, my friend. And Godwin's done for the year. I think he tore an ACL or something.
Yeah, Evans is back though.
Yeah, Evans came back, correct.
You know, with Godwin out and Antonio Brown out, I think it makes it a little more interesting in the NFC because, you know, the Bucs had it, you know, they were just kind of humming along, you know, had it all set, and injury bug or
and the way the Packers are shutting down the Sean Mannion
goes AWOL. Now you're
another sack.
You know, John always says that he thinks Jared Goff is the slowest quarterback in the NFL. I think we found one slower than Jared Goff.
Yeah, Antonio Brown too.
He looked like.
Go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say Mannion looked like me moving around the pocket.
Yeah, he is kind of slow, Mannion.
Hey, you can't be everything. He's got a rocket arm. You can't have everything. Okay.
I want to see that rocket arm at some point tonight.
I think I was being generous when I gave Minnesota 17 points in this game. Or did I give him 20? What did I give him? 14 or 20?
You gave him 20, yeah.
Oh man,
the Viking fan in me couldn't go lower than what I did, but I had to. Has Jefferson had a catch tonight?
One.
Oh.
So Bengals saying that Jay Glazer reported that it was his understanding Antonio Brown was asked to go back into the game, and he said his ankle was sore, and Arians told him he was done for the day if he didn't go back in the game. I don't know. Again, that's just what he's saying. Jay Glazer reported. I don't know if any of that's true or not or whatever. I mean, interesting.
20-yard pass to Adams there.
Come on, Adams. Get a touchdown. Come on. Let's get one before halftime here. And then coming up at halftime again, Landon's going to come in. He's going to join us and do some jokes live, Matt. I know you're a comedian. Maybe you can give him some tips. Maybe
I could steal some of his jokes.
There you go. I know what one of them is. Well, he did give me one of them. I'm not sure if he'll do this one or not. It was pretty good. He read it to me before I left tonight, so we'll see. I told him to have at least 2 jokes prepared.
Well, if you want one to steal, Matt, I got one for you.
Lay it on me.
Yeah.
So you got the Hall of Fames, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You look through the Hall of Fames, whatever favorite sport you are, there's always a couple players you're like, why are they in there? And because they're in there, other players are able to make it, right? Because they're like, well, he's better than this Hall of Famer, right? So you would like at some point, like, let's anoint someone and he goes to the NF whatever Hall of Fame and is like just cuts people out that shouldn't actually be in there, right? So the Hall of Fame I would like to go and do it at is it's nearby Dave. It's the Astronaut Hall of Fame. Because I was going through there, and the fact that someone that I've flown higher than is in the Hall of Fame kind of is insulting for astronauts, right? I mean, Terry McAuliffe made it at most 5,000 feet in the air. And that's it. And I think you cut her out of the Hall of Fame, and that makes it fair.
Okay, here's why that joke doesn't work. And I have a lot of jokes that don't work. Is most people aren't going to know who Terry McAuliffe is.
Krista
If I
McAuliffe.
go more, she was a teacher that flew in the Challenger.
It was Krista McAuliffe.
Krista McAuliffe.
Right.
My bad.
That's all right.
I knew the name.
And that's is that
It's
the
also
shuttle?
a terrible joke. I get it.
Yeah,
Is
it's
that
a
the
space shuttle
shuttle
that blew up in 1986.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you know what? If you want to be that comic where instead of people liking you, you get them to just like, you know, like you go those places where like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he just did that.
Like a Comedy Central roast.
Yeah, there you go.
That wasn't that bad though.
I
That
get
wasn't a roast type of one.
A roast one would be like, she used to teach math, but she's history now.
Oh gosh.
Right? That's what you're talking about. Something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
I didn't say that. That's what I heard.
Terrible.
Why did I think her name was Terry?
I don't know.
Isn't
I
Terry
looked up her
McAuliffe-
name and
Isn't Terry McAuliffe the rules expert guy on Sunday Night Football?
Yeah.
could be, and that's why I just put those two together. I've taken a few too many hits to the head as well.
I still this. Have Dave? You probably never have, but Skeeter, have you ever been to Waldrug in South Dakota?
No.
So Waldrug is in Wall, South Dakota, many years ago, and now it's like 2 city blocks of. They've got. It's just like all the most random stuff you could imagine. There's like a park where the dinosaurs roar. There's a chapel. There's a huge gift shop. There's restaurant. There's everything there. It's like, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So once you cross into the South Dakota from Minnesota, it's another 250 miles. But you see all these. They're really small. They're not even billboards. They're like signs that they pounded into the ground, and they've been there forever. And they've got all these great slogans. And one of them is free coffee for astronauts. Like that's a great promotion.
Heck yeah.
You know, because like, oh, that's nice. You know, they're recognizing astronauts. Then you realize there's like 12 astronauts in the world, in America. So,
Yeah. And what are they going to be doing in South Dakota?
Free coffee for astronauts.
So I've never been to that place, but I've driven through South Dakota, and I think I remember it's been a while, but I remember seeing those signs.
Yeah.
Like just random things that like why is the company putting a sign up saying that?
Yeah, Absolvo Taste there's free ice water, and that's true. And that's kind of how they, like, way back in the 50s and 60s when people were driving their station wagons, getting like 3 miles to the gallon, taking their families to Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
And you know, it was like that was a big deal. Like you could stop and get free ice water. Like that was in the summer. That was people pulled over for that stuff.
No air conditioning in cars and everything.
Yeah.
That state.
Have you ever been to the Astronaut Hall of Fame?
No, where's that?
It's in
Cape
Titusville. Yeah, right over by Cape Canaveral.
Makes sense.
I got to go there when John Glenn went back to space on the space shuttle, and we actually set up it was the roof. Yes, it was not the roof. The roof. We were up on the roof of the Astronaut Hall of Fame where we broadcast from, watching the launch and did some shows from there on HSN. And I got to hang out and meet Wally Schura and Scott Carpenter, who were original Mercury 7 astronauts. Gordon Cooper. I think they've all passed away now. I did some shows with Alan Bean, who walked on the moon, and he brought back like space dust and put it into his paint to mix up and did some paintings with it, some really neat artwork and everything. Really cool, man. Really cool stuff there. They've got some of the capsules that actually went into space that are there, and you can sit in them and everything and stuff like that. Neat stuff.
I recently watched a documentary on Netflix or something called, it was like, wasn't there a book or something called The Right Stuff, and it was about the astronauts?
There was a movie, I think, about that too.
Yeah,
Touchdown, Devontae Adams.
He's killing us. He's killing us. That's right. This is only going to add to Sean Mannion's folklore when he leads the Vikings back.
I have to do this in honor and respect for the guy who's sick with 3 different variants of COVID right now. Whole lot of good ball game left.
Whole lot of ball game left. But anyways, this, and I think the documentary is called The Real Right Stuff or something like that. It's phenomenal. The footage that they have, and I sort of knew the story, but I didn't really know the story. It's awesome. And what really kind of grabbed me by surprise was, early on, before they launched, before America got into space, I mean, they were trying to launch rockets and they were just blowing up, like even get off the ground, like every couple months. It was just incredible.
Yeah.
Like the money that they were spending, and I don't want to say wasting, because you learned every time that you blew a rocket up, but it was incredible.
2 things on it. You say documentary is as good as the documentary that Frank told us all to watch, The Landing.
I don't know. I haven't seen that. Didn't hear Frank talk about that.
Yes, Frank. He made all of us watch it. It was prescribed homework, Burke, and it wasn't a documentary. It was kind of I'd say fake-umentary or docudrama. So it was, but it was very interesting.
And then second, so you go back to that space race. Did we win it, or did we just keep moving the goalposts back to the point where we finally won something?
No, I think we won it. We put a man on the moon.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, we didn't get to space first, but we did get a man on the, we kind of won up them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, first, let's get the first satellite in space. Who won that one? Sputnik. Let's get the first man in space. Who won that? Well, Russia technically did, but when you look at what they actually did with that, like, he went up to technically space and came straight down, which that's borderline. And then there's a lot of things, and then it's like, well, let's see who can get the first man on the moon. Russia kept kind of getting there, but at the same time, when they sent a guy up in space, it was literally like up and down and not really.
Well, and now we, America, we're going to colonize Mars first. So there.
It's not going to be America. It's going to be Muskville.
Well, but he's an American, right?
Can a robot be a nationality? I mean, and robots are usually made in Asia. So are you sure he's American?
It's a good question. And there's the flags. Interference. Hey, here comes your minion 2-minute drive.
This is it right here. Hidden points. You got to win end of the half, and Sean Mannion knows that. You got to score at the end of the half. Last two minutes of the half in the game. He knows how important it is.
I almost want to do a gentleman's bet that if he's actually going to throw the ball, pick 6 is coming.
It's possible. Yeah. See, Green Bay's been cheating all night.
Hey, Tim. Landon and them are going to be logging into the link and all that stuff to stand by for halftime, just to let you know.
So, Matt, are you still down in Florida or back to the wonderful warm weather in Minnesota?
No, back in Minnesota. Yep.
I'm actually jealous of you because it's like 30 degrees colder where you live, or warmer.
That's when people say Minnesota's so cold. I'm like, yeah, Twin Cities, it gets cold. It was minus 12 this morning. But up on the range, that's a whole different deal. I mean, that's like, we can't even say, oh, yeah, I know what that feels like. We have no idea what it feels like up there.
Oh, you don't feel anything. Just letting you know. You don't feel anything. I just surprised that there's not like more mass shooting up here because you'd think more people go crazy.
Yeah, the guns don't work at a certain temp, right?
Yeah. Well, just like when the roads are bad, the salt doesn't work at a certain temp either.
Yeah, it's true. Yep.
And that's our average temp. It's colder than that in January and February.
My senior year of high school, we had school canceled for an entire week, and that's because it was like the lows at night. It was minus 30, minus 35 for like. But this is Dave, and I'm an '80s guy, Dave. We used to sit around the radio at night and would listen, and they'd read, which schools were in and which were out. We would just sit there. We wouldn't know till like 7 o'clock at night. They'd say, your school canceled. Like, yes, but you couldn't go anywhere. Like they were saying, don't leave your house unless it's happening. Because if your car breaks down, you're going to die in like 10 minutes. So we're like, yes, no school. And then we'd sit at home, and I didn't have cable TV or anything like that. So I really wouldn't do anything.
And then I remember the same thing, like listening to WGN on the radio, sitting there listening the morning of school, not the night before, but the morning of, listening to find out if our school's closed, and District 150. And so, you're like, school closed. But like you said, it gets so cold. The coldest I remember, and again, it's the Minnesota folks and from up where Skeeter's at are just going to laugh at me probably, but the coldest I remember was and a lot of wind chill too, because there's a lot of wind off Lake Michigan and all that.
You're counting wind chill?
But I'm going to count the wind chill. With wind chill, it was 80 below zero with the wind chill.
That's insane.
I remember going outside. I remember trying to take a breath in it, like pulling the scarf down, because you had like the whole park on in the scarf, trying to pull the scarf down and take a breath in. And as soon as you do, but you would choke because you couldn't even get a breath in. It would just freeze your lungs.
Hey, so, and that's old wind chill. They reconfigured like 10 years ago how they do wind chill, and it's different now. 80 degree below wind chill today.
Oh, you know it.
Mark, you broke up. You froze on us. You said today 80.
That's a fact.
You froze for a minute. You said 80 back then would be what now?
Like minus 130.
Oh, really?
So the coldest I've personally seen, not wind chill. No wind. This isn't the wind chill involved. Negative 60.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
Coldest game I ever played in though was in Chicago, because Dave, that wind, you're right, that wind is ridiculous, and it was, I played in Green Bay, Chicago every year, and coldest game ever was Chicago. Look how fast Mannion is. That guy.
He was moving. He was scrambling, dude.
How cold was the Bud Grant game that he went out in the t-shirt?
It was like minus 3. I was at that game, but there was no wind.
Yeah,
and, he took the jacket off, walked out, did it, came back, put the jacket right back on.
Oh, okay.
The story about Bud Grant, I heard this from the equipment guy at the Vikes, is he would always yell, tell those guys, no gloves, no long sleeve shirts, no heaters on the sidelines. We're not going to worry about the cold. But Bud had long underwear on underneath his stuff. So he's no dummy.
No. Yeah. Oh, they would win a foot race, Big Benner. Yeah.
So are they going to score a touchdown here or settle for a field goal? What do you think? No timeouts left.
They're going to settle for a long field goal and miss it.
9 seconds left.
Well, they got time for one play and for field goal. And that's a fifth, almost a 6th year, right? Right now.
I don't know where they're at.
They're going to run the ball and go to half.
Draw play.
If you're going to just run the ball, at least try to throw it down to the end zone on your last play. It's only 30 yards.
It's 42 right now, right?
Let's see.
No, 34.
33-yard line. Uh-oh, timeout. Green Bay.
Before this drive, I think the Vikes had like 26 yards of offense. Oh, boy.
So we're about 10 seconds away from halftime, 9 seconds away. Coming up at halftime, live. Joining us live on the show, Landon, to present Landon's Laughs.
Da, 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 da.
The Tonight Show. Okay, he's going, get out of bounds. I'm going to throw it to you and get out of bounds.
Is this going to be the Case Keenum play?
It's going to be 10 and out. 10-yard out. Get me closer for a field goal. There's the sideline. There's a little bit more than 10, but nope. So now here comes the long field goal.
What?
Well, 50-yarder.
Hey, why not?
54? Right? No.
It was at, what, the 33? So it's going to be a 50, 51?
51.
51?
51. That's how many points Seattle scored today.
That's crazy. This will be the that's great. This will be the longest field goal, they said, at Lambeau in January. It's an interesting stat. Timeout, Green Bay. You don't have to ice a kicker in Green Bay. He's already iced, right?
He's ice cold already.
We know how good Minnesota is at field goals, so this should be a gimme, right?
See, the Vikings, you're supposed to, when they ice it, you're supposed to snap and give the kicker a free rep. Just, come on, guys.
See it, and with the winner for the Skybox, it's gonna be hard to tell because we're going off predictors today.
I just heard Frank saying something about this guy. But yeah, look at 1,024 people in the beer for a year, my friend.
That is a lot of people.
Free beer.
You can't go wrong with that. Here it is, the kick. It's up. It's away. I think it's going to be good.
Well, we barely got that over, but yeah, that's good.
And 20-3, it's a halftime score. Let me see if I got a partial out of that one. I got a partial. Thank you for that 3 points, Minnesota Vikings.
It's a close game. Whole lot of ball game left.
Whole lot of ball game left. Hey, it's halftime. We've got 12 minutes, and we've got a short comedy show for you. Those of you that tune into Super Squares on a regular basis and watch our live streams, thank you so much for being here. You know that I have this stack in front of me from the whole season of Landon's Laughs that we've done, who is my 10-year-old son. So they're not very hard, sophisticated jokes. A lot of them are plays on words. A lot of them are kind of quirky and funny. But he's going to come on tonight live and do a couple of jokes for us. I hope that's okay. All right. Hey, Landon, can you throw him in, Tim? Hey, what's up, bud?
Hi.
Can you say hi to Mr. Burke?
Hi, Mr. Burke.
Hello, Landon.
Can you say hi to Mr. Skeeter?
Hi, Mr. Skeeter.
Hi, Landon.
All right, dude. You got the blue lights on in your LED room?
No, they're
They look
white.
like they're blue. Or they're white? Okay, it looks kind of blue. All right. Tell us your first joke.
Okay.
Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Perfect timing.
I don't know what. Hold on 1 minute, Landon. I don't know what TV that's coming from. Hold on 1 second, bud. Yeah, it's coming through. Okay. Hold on 1 second, bud.
One more thud. There we go. Should be good now.
Okay, Landon, now we're ready.
Okay. What do you call a bull when it's asleep?
Say that again.
What do you call a bull when it's asleep?
Okay, what do you call a bull, right? Like a bull?
Yes.
A bull. Okay, what do you call a bull when it's asleep? And Mr. Burke and me and Mr. Skeeter are not allowed to answer. We'll give the fam like 20, 30 seconds and sing some Jeopardy music and whistle to see if they can answer. So hold on, Landon. Here we go.
There we go.
Okay, some answers from the fam. Power grooves, a bulldozer, a dozer, a tundra. What's the answer, Landon?
A bulldozer.
A bulldozer.
That's solid.
I like it. Like he's taking a sleep. Like he's dozing off.
That's solid.
I love it. All right, dude. You got another one?
Yep.
Okay, what's your second joke?
Okay. What does a cloud wear under his raincoat?
Can you say that again?
What does a cloud wear under its raincoat?
What does a cloud wear under its raincoat? I have no idea. What does a cloud wear under its raincoat?
What's up, buddy?
A cloud wear under its raincoat. Any guesses, Skeet?
I just saw the answer, so I won't say it.
Burke, you got any guesses?
No, I had no clue.
Some of the let me see what the fam says. A couple of them say a lightning jersey, thunderwear, thunder. Some people have said thunderwear. What's the answer, Landon?
Thunderwear.
Thunderwear. Oh, well, a couple of the fam got it. All right.
Oh,
I didn't know that, but then I looked up and I saw it.
I didn't know it either. I was thinking like a silver lining or something. I don't know. All right, do you have any more, bud?
No.
No?
hey, always end on a high note. That's a comedic secret.
You know,
Learn from George Costanza.
Mr. Burke does stand-up comedy, like where he stands up at a club and tells jokes to people and stuff.
Landon, I'm going to tell you, just make sure you're really good at comedy, but just keep it as a hobby. Don't make it a career path.
Okay.
All right. Hey,
My
bud.
life- my
thanks
life
for coming
wisdom.
on. I love
My life
you,
wisdom.
buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Good job,
Bye,
Landon.
guys.
Thanks, Landon.
All right. Hey,
Awesome.
ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how you can follow that, but it's big. It's big money, Frank.
I need a mic. Hold on a second.
We're gonna get a mic, and I think we're gonna try to shoot one of those like live promos that we do like during the show we've done before. I think that's coming up here.
Where's Megan?
I'm not sure where Megan is. She was here a minute ago.
I don't know if she's got a Zoom or anything like that. Oh, I'm not going to go barging in there.
Let me see. Hi, it's 80s Dave and Big Money Frank here to welcome you to the Bigger Game 5.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kind of reading through the script.
Yeah,
here,
we got to
Frank.
read the script. I know the chat likes the inside, behind the scenes look. What's up, Berkey?
What'd you say there, Frankie?
Oh, just living the dream here in Florida.
Same up here. Me and Skeeter. Same.
Skeet Ski, what's up, man? Love the jersey.
Jesus ain't helping me that much today.
No. I think it's going to take more than that to help you.
Well, Berkey dropped the 66-yard thing. I'm like, oh boy.
No. Megan, we're gonna shoot a promo for next Sunday. What's next Sunday, Dave?
The day after next Saturday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's like I don't know, the 8th or the 9th or something like
It's
that.
the 9th, and it's the Bigger Game 5, right?
Right.
Right. So tomorrow night's the last night for you to get your booster points,
Okay.
and then we're not going to do any games on Saturday. I know there's going to be 2 games on Saturday. Have they announced who they are?
I don't think officially.
Okay.
I know that the NFL was like altering schedules or something. I don't know. Has it been made official yet? You know, Skeet?
I haven't looked at the schedule. I'm bad at
I
that.
don't think they've made it official yet.
I guess they wait to see what happens today. But anyway, so tomorrow night's the last chance for booster games, booster points. Sunday is the Bigger Game. The Bigger Game is going to be both the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games, you get to play 2 games for the bigger game.
Whew.
2 games. The top 150 of Cross Sunday's games are going to be the finalists, and we're going to add their booster points.
All right.
And then we're going to reveal the winner Monday live on stream, when we will also be doing the College National Championship.
Aha.
That's right.
Michigan's not in that game.
No.
Right.
No, I don't think any of the Big Ten are in there.
No.
No, right?
No, it's all SEC. It's a rematch of the SEC title game.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So we're
That
going to
was a
do
close game.
we're going to do a commercial that'll be appearing in next Sunday's games, telling people what's going on. And we always like to shoot those here on the cuff, and we'll go from there. So I think what you're going to do, you're going to zoom us in. Is that right, Tim? Okay, so we're going to look at this.
Sometimes you just got to look at it, Frank.
Sometimes you got to look at it, and we got to do it fast.
Yeah, okay, let me just read through it. So it's going to be like, hi, I'm 80s Dave, and hi, it's 80s Dave and Big Money Frank here to welcome you to the Bigger Game 5.
Today you're going to be able to play 2 games, one at 1 and one at 4.
And there's going to be 150 game group winners from all of today's games.
That's right.
Right? Okay, so that's the most ever. And then after the games are all over, we're going to be way up late in the night, tweaking things, looking at numbers, figuring out booster points and game group winners.
Right. And then the game group winner with the highest final score after we added booster points will win the Bigger Game 5 grand prize. Dave, why don't you tell them what they're going to win?
Well, Frank, let me tell them what they win. Our winner and their buddy, if they have one, is going to win home free until 23. Yes, that's right. Free mortgage or rent for all of 2022 up to $20,000. And wait, there's more. A custom Polaris electric Ranger EV worth another $20,000.
We're going to have to do that a lot faster.
Yeah, I'll go as fast as I can.
Okay.
I'll try to
So
go as
join us
fast as-
tomorrow night, 8 p.m. here at Super Squares TV. We're going to announce up to $80,000 in prizes. We're going to play Super Squares. We'll watch the national championship. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Hey, good luck today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
There you go.
Okay, so I got to go as fast as I can.
You
And do
got to
that.
get through this thing.
Okay, all right, I'm ready to try. You ready to try
All
it?
right, chat. Let's chat. There you go. See, sometimes you got to look at it. That's right.
Sometimes you just got to look at it.
There you go. There you go. All right. We ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready. Are you ready, Tim? We all rolling? We're good to go?
Let's roll it.
All right. We have speed? Okay. Hi, it's 80s Dave and Big Money Frank here to welcome you to the Bigger Game 5.
You're going to get to play 2 times today, 1 at 1, 1 at 4 Eastern time.
So 150 game group winners from all the games
All
today.
Yep.
And then afterwards, we're going to tally up all those booster points late into the night and figure out the game group winner scores.
That's right. And the game group winner with the highest final score after we add any booster points you might have gotten over the last 8 weeks is going to win. Well, you tell them, Dave.
Well, Frank, I'm glad you asked. The winner and their buddy, if they have one, will win home free until 23. A free mortgage or rent for all of 2022 up to $20,000.
And
But wait, there's more. A custom Polaris electric EV, the Ranger EV, worth another $20,000.
that's right. That's up to $80,000 in prizes that we're going to award tomorrow here at 8 p.m. Eastern on Super Squares TV. We're going to play Super Squares with the College National Championship, and somebody's going to be a big winner.
Well, good luck today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
That's a wrap.
Was that good, or want to do it again? Are we good? Is it good?
Good enough? Chat? You got this. You smart. You got this. That's it. So we're going to edit that down. That's going to be the commercial for the Bigger Game games. One of the questions, you'll be asked a question about that. See, being on stream is just such an advantage.
Yeah, see,
Right,
it is
Q
bam,
Spark?
just like that. Yeah. Hoot Scoot says, please bring Landon back.
Nice. Thanks a lot.
All right. So are Berkey and Skeeter still with us? Skeeter
You can
still
bring
here?
him back.
Did Burke take off, or is he coming back? Burke took off. Or hey, Maddie Burke, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your New Year's holiday weekend. Because Burke was saying his kids go back to school tomorrow.
So do mine.
Mine are off tomorrow because tomorrow's like the national holiday for New Year's Day because New Year's Day was on Saturday, and so
Ours goes back tomorrow.
really my kids are all off tomorrow.
One does. Osceola comes back Tuesday.
Yeah.
Catholic schools go back tomorrow, I think.
I think schools go back in these dioceses with, yes, Frank, Yes, with a mask. Every child will have to wear a mask. Back
No,
to school from the Christmas holiday.
No, there's a release. You can just click on it and they wait.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because got
No,
the phone call, the
no.
announcement, all that stuff.
No.
You can just click and opt out.
The parents can opt their children out. So about 3 kids will be wearing masks tomorrow, and they'll have a full body prophylactic and everything. When
There
they
you
come
go.
To school.
All right. Hey, Frank, quick question from
Yes,
Alex. He
yes.
says, do we have to win our game group to possibly be one of the winners for the bigger game?
Absolutely. You have to be a game group winner. Top 150 game group winners. They're the only ones that get booster points added. You have to win your game group to get those booster points.
And you don't have to win your game group at 1 o'clock and your game group at 4 o'clock. You get basically 2 chances to play to get into that top 150.
And you technically could have 2 entries tomorrow on Sunday. You could win your game group at 1, and you could win it a game at 4, and you may end up having 2 prizes next Sunday.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. And you'll get your boosters added to both of them.
Wow.
Yep.
That's not bad.
So, Frank, I have to bring this up because my boss, this is his number 1 question, and he's the one that took second place at the last bigger game.
Yes, sir.
And he goes, you should add in the buddies booster points too.
Yeah.
Because the guy who won didn't have any booster points, but Barry had 3, and that would have put him back over top. And the other guy didn't have any buddies.
The buddy will. The benefit of being a buddy in that instance is if their friend wins, the buddy wins too.
That's just what he was saying. He's like, you should add the buddy points too, the buddy booster points too.
Good idea. Maybe in another life.
So like Ryan Jean says, so like technically I can finish in first and second place if I get 2 entries.
Oh yeah. And if anybody could do that, it's Ryan Jean.
There you go. Well, if anybody can finish in second, that's Skeeter.
No, that's true.
I don't know about
I'm
first
saying,
and
you're
second.
right.
Second place.
Ryan Jean could be first and third, and Skeeter could be second.
That's right.
I started the year out on marbles in second place. Meg's first game in marbles, last place. Both of them facts.
Happy New Year.
We were telling her not to play because she could go. She's gone all of 2020 without taking last place. She had to play again.
Megan, can't take you anywhere.
Well, my second one, I finished top 10. So that's a pretty good odds right there.
But you haven't lost this year.
No, I did earlier.
Yeah, the first game she
Yeah,
played.
played this year. I guess we were on the stream with Jonathan.
First game
Oh, I didn't know you played already.
Yeah.
Oh,
played,
man.
The 4 o'clock game.
That she could have said if she was smart about it, just kind of held off and be like, listen, I haven't lost marbles all year long.
Yeah.
She could have said
Yeah,
that.
she could have.
But she went in, first chance, new year, and she's already
Like the Lions.
last
Lions
one.
could have been undefeated this year.
Exactly. They could have been, but they gave up 51 points today.
Yes. Can you believe that?
51.
And somebody else had 51.
The New England scored 50 against Jacksonville. Like I said, I was looking through the box scores because I was like, let me see how these guys. And I'm like, man, New England scored 50 points. And then I scroll down and I see 51. And I was like, there's no way. They had to outdo Jacksonville and give up 51. Man.
This is a close one, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, it's a little off of what I predicted, but still, it's 20-3. It's still within reach.
No, it's not.
Oh,
you
hey,
have the
come on.
Vikings scoring 20, Dave.
Just because they only have 71 yards of offense after the first half, Skeet, that's no reason to get down on the Vikings.
Hey, in honor of John Bet, save his soul. Three different variants at once. It's going to be tough to recover from. 299 and plus passing per Mannion might not hit.
I told you that was going to be tough.
The CJ Ham TD, not looking good.
Not so far. He just caught a pass, though. I just saw him catch a pass.
For what, a yard?
I don't know, but he caught a pass.
2 yards. 2 yards. He got it
There
for
you
2
go.
yards.
Better than no yards or better than losing yards.
And the Vikings winning this game.
Yeah, that's going to be tough as well.
Valdez Cantlin, I think, still has a chance to catch a touchdown.
That's why something like that would pay huge dividends.
Oh, my gosh.
It's almost intercepted.
By the way, did anybody watch that awesome hockey event last night, the Winter Classic?
No, I did
In
not.
Minnesota there?
Oh, my God. It was amazing.
No, I did not.
First of all, there were 30. It was like 10 below zero.
Awesome.
There were 36,000 people sitting outside
At Target Field.
in 10-degree weather,
Freeze-
below weather,
freezing their baguettes off.
freezing, and the sound of the hockey skates was like it was like. Remember when we were kids skating? It was like that, but the vine was all the way up. All these skates, it was crazy. Crazy.
The warm weather you get in southern Minnesota.
Yeah, that's right. How far north are you of St. Paul?
299 miles actually.
Is it true you're part Canadian?
I'm closer to the border than to Minneapolis.
There you go. See, I knew they threw a flag on that one. He totally got him out of bounds.
Actually, in high school, we played Canadian football teams.
Sweet. Did they have different rules? Was it
Did you play
Canadian football?
or American football?
American football.
Okay.
Oh man.
Late hit.
Yep. Personal foul.
And that probably hurts a little even more when it's cold like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh man. Boy, oh boy. So you're 300 miles north of St. Paul?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long ways.
I think
Wow.
that's no. My
That's
bad.
like-
199 miles.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Still a ways.
It's still cold.
About 3.5 hour drive.
It's actually not.
What is that?
That's the new Hyundai electric vehicle.
Are you ahead of me now?
Oh yeah. You know what happens is every
At
time we have
halftime.
halftime, we end up being behind. So I think we might be behind. Let me see. No, I'm caught up. Let me see. I'm on a commercial. When the game comes back on, I'll tell you what our game clock is at.
We may not
Yeah.
get to commercials.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wait till the game's back on. I'll tell them where the game clock is.
Because you asked about the Hyundai, and I looked over. I'm like, what? And then it went to the Hyundai commercial. I'm like, you're now ahead of me. Because I was paused there. I'm probably now ahead of you because I just fast forwarded.
And I just get a text from my daughter now. She says, I have a joke. My wife says he was so stressed and nervous.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah, he did good, bud. He was. Remember, I was telling you about like he got all those like LED lights around the room, so that it looked kind of blue.
Yeah, it looked blue.
Yeah, he's got, but it was not blue. He said he had on the white lights on it, but it looked kind of blue. But we have like all the way around the circumference of his room now, and then coming down the wall, all the LED lights. He can change the colors and do all that stuff and everything. And
So have I told you guys that I'm married to a child yet?
no, you have not. And maybe you should take that offline. And maybe are there any authorities listening?
Well, you've met Summer,
Yes.
but I'm married to a child. So your son has those lights. You understand? She just got those for Christmas, and she was she put them up the day she got them, like in one of the greatest moods I've ever seen anyone. And I'll be right back. If I can find one of her Christmas gifts that
What's less exciting?
you'll see it and be like, what's going on? And I remind you, this is a 27-year-old woman. And then she was super excited about this gift, and I'll go see if I can find it.
All right.
Hi, this is Summer Marie 13, and it's time for a bonus break on Super Squares TV.
She looks like an adult to me, but she's a child at heart.
That was a little bike.
It
That
wasn't-
was
it was
a
very small
little bike, and it looked big on her.
That bike looks big sitting next to me. I completely-
Oh, there's the flag. That's right. You can't wrap around Devontae Adams like that when he's trying to catch a ball. Come on. Hey, Frank, don't let me forget. I still have, I got 5 reactions to do. So those of you that are watching, if you look at our screen right now where it has the score up there, it says 20-3, Green Bay, and the yards and all that. Right below the game board, it says react, and there's a red number 5. If you have that on your game right now, you can hit that button and watch 5 different commercials. You'll get 1 point for rating the commercial, and please give us your honest rating. Just put that anywhere, Frank. We'll give you 1 point for rating the commercial. It can be 1, 2, or 3 stars. And then you get to answer a question about that commercial. If you get it right, you get 3 points. And so those points all get added into your game score. It just pops open there. You're good to go.
Check 1, 2.
Hello. You're on. All right, Skeet's back. Oh, dude, hey, hold on. That part on the top that's sticking out right there, it's got a little green light in it.
Yes.
Yes.
So once again, how old's your son?
10. Dude, he got that for Christmas. He got that exact same thing.
What is it?
It's like some big like dino egg thing, and it breaks open, and there's like I think like there's little eggs inside, and you break them open to get the look. He just broke it open. See? That's a dinosaur sound. Yeah, there's a dinosaur. Yep. They got that for Christmas.
Once again, your 10-year-old son got that for Christmas. And she
Man,
didn't
your
mad
wife's happy with that kind of stuff, man. You're a lucky man.
You got it easy, bro.
You got it easy. Easy. Our wives want Fabergé eggs.
Oh, I didn't get her jewelry this year. And trust me, she's upset because I'm like, every Christmas I got her jewelry and she never wears it. So ever since Christmas, she's been wearing all her jewelry I've ever got her just to show me that she wears her jewelry. So lesson learned there.
Well, did she ask for this wonderful gift of creativity and amazement?
I don't know.
Did you get it for her?
It wasn't me who got it for her. But she was super excited when she got it, and it was weird.
It was weird.
The only thing I had to figure out, my son goes, Dad, I can't figure out the instructions say to get the green. I'm like, this is the way it looks, and I'm trying to, and then it was like something as simple as just going like just pushing it, and that whole green thing comes out with the recording on it that goes into like a different part and the dinosaur instead of the bone that sticks out of the top of it.
Does it bust open or something?
Yeah, the whole egg busts open.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then that one part that you saw sticking out of the top there, it was kind of like almost like a bone, kind of whatever. That little green thing was inside of it. So you got to just pop that green thing out, and then you put it inside the dinosaur.
So, not only that, Super Bowl week, we're going to be in Florida as well. We're going to Universal.
Skeeter, you got to stop by, man.
I'll try to see if I can.
We're only like 82 miles away.
Yeah, like an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
That means no.
So the big attraction for Universal for her is Harry Potter World.
Yeah.
She already ordered her wand, and instead of just getting a regular one, she got the whatever one, collector's edition, and so she can do spells at the park.
Hers actually has magic in it.
She got the magic one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will video her doing spells at the park, and I'll show you what happens. But she's been practicing her spells with that wand so she can have it right.
So they won't be coming. She'll be too busy casting spells.
Laviosa.
Well,
And I remember that because my sister's in the chat, and she brought that up.
I mean, if she doesn't practice right, I mean, like if she's circling like
The wrong way?
3 times and she's supposed to circle 4,
Wrong
or she
clockwise.
Oh.
You went the wrong. This is the northern hemisphere.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I mean, you could just throw everything out of whack. I mean,
That's
it could
right.
just be a disaster.
Could be. Boy, we better brace ourselves.
There's the dog you heard, Frank.
I knew I heard a dog.
Good dog.
He's a good boy.
AJ Dillon in now.
We found out he will sing along to the Lion song.
That's right. I remember that one.
Is that the Lion sweeps tonight?
No, the Lions touchdown song.
The losing team that will not yield.
Backwards down the field, the losing team that always yields.
So, 27-3 now?
Dude, was that AJ Dillon that just scored a touchdown?
That was Dylan.
AJ Dillon, baby. I like that, even though I have him on the bench. He's got 44 rushing yards and a touchdown. I've got an 87% chance of winning, Frank. I got to hold on.
Moose Man, watch out for Tommy Kramer's tweets because, he's clearly sober right now. NFL quarterback great. Tommy Kramer is tweeting about why Mond is not out there. And it's a Minnesota known secret that he can't put a bottle down.
Really? Is that your backup quarterback?
No, he played in the 80s, I think.
That was a long time
Who?
ago. Back in the crime.
Oh,
Tommy
you're talking-
Kramer?
No. Who's the quarterback you said?
Kellen Mond, he was the rookie they drafted this year.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the guy I'm talking about. I thought you were saying that the quarterback they just drafted can't put down a bottle. You're saying
No.
Tommy Kramer can't.
Tommy Kramer can't.
Got
I
it.
met
I
him,
thought you said he's not playing because he can't put down a bottle.
I met him
you do?
twice randomly, and both times he could barely walk.
Injured.
Al- Alex, that's my plan.
It's good.
We already have a jiu-jitsu match with Euchre and I. We're going to have a jiu-jitsu contest at John's in March.
That sounds like fun.
We'll see. I haven't practiced that in a long time, so it could be painful.
I'm gonna do reaction. I haven't done any yet.
What's up?
I got Polaris. We're giving away one of those, Frank.
That's what you said.
It's the
Must be true.
the electric Ranger EV that we're giving away. I think this is so cool that Polaris does this. I've learned a lot about Polaris just from Super Squares and watching the ads and everything and stuff here that I didn't know about, like their the different programs they have with the military and first responders and all that stuff. Their Heroes Advantage, everything they made in America, how much they do for the military and how many vehicles. I mean, it's really cool. I love seeing their commercials. I've had a Polaris for years. I've got a Polaris. I think it's an SLTX 1150 or 1050 or something like that jet ski. It's been rotting on the side of my garage for probably 15 years. Maybe it'll run again someday. I don't know.
Is it a jet ski?
Yeah, jet ski. Yeah. I've got 2 jet skis on the side of the house rotting. I've got
The jet ski brand.
Well, Kawasaki made the original jet
That's
ski. Yeah.
right.
So I've got a Kawasaki X2 jet ski.
Right.
In 1989. Of course, it's from the 80s. Oh. Dude, it's Mac Daddy, dude. I'm telling you. 1989 Kawasaki X2. Yes.
That's an antique.
Oh, yeah. And so it's on the side of the garage. And then I've got the Polaris SLTX 1050 or whatever.
What year is that?
I think that's a
94?
No. I think it's a 96.
Oh my God.
96 or 97.
Still old.
Yeah. They just sit there on the side of the garage. They haven't run in years. I keep getting, can we get rid of these? Daddy, can you please get rid of those old nasty jet skis? Daddy, can you get rid of those jet skis? Can we get a boat? I always get the, can we get a boat?
Whoa. What all Jonathan's doing?
Well, you know what? He
We should call him.
He popped in a little while ago. We hope Jonathan's feeling better. He did he stream both the first 2 games?
Yeah.
And then I believe he came down with all 3 strains of COVID, is what Skeeter has told us. And so he's resting right now and then waiting to get in line tomorrow with 1,000 other people that have COVID to get tested. So if he doesn't have it, by God, he'll get all of the strains probably tomorrow when he goes to get tested.
Alpha, Delta, and Omicron.
Yep, all of them. All the above. I also we were talking to Matt Burke earlier, and we did the Matt Burke's tweet of the week. There was someone that let me pull it up because it was my close second to selecting his tweet of the week, where someone just posted just some complete and total utter nonsense. Where was it? Oh, here it was. Whoever this dude is, Coach Soda, tweeted to Matt Burke and said that this is funny. This is funny. This is the same day I read that like people have been suspended for COVID misinformation. They're talking about Kirk Cousins missing the game, and he's got COVID positive, and he's been very vocal about not getting a vaccine and everything. And this dude says, well, if he was vaccinated, there's an 80% chance he doesn't even get the virus. If he was vaccinated, there's an 80%, which is just complete and total BS. And Burke's like, in what fantasy world is what Burke's response is? In what fantasy world? Now, is that dude suspended, Coach? Because that is just complete and total utter BS, farce, fake news.
Do people actually know the efficiency rate of these vaccines?
Oh, if they knew that, yeah.
And do people understand why Moderna's technically so much better than Pfizer? Because you're getting 3 times as much with Moderna than Pfizer. That's why it works a little better.
They're both 2 shots.
It works
right?
a little better.
Yeah.
Well,
are you including death as working?
so the toxicity rates are both pretty high, but each time you get shot with Moderna, you get 100 milligrams or milliliters, and Pfizer's 30 milliliters.
Oh, I understand that. I think less arsenic is better than more arsenic. What
Well,
about you?
yes, but I'm just saying, like, do people actually know the actual rate of these things? Like how low they actually are?
I don't know. I mean, I do know that if you get Moderna and Pfizer, they're each 2 shots,
Yep.
like 2 weeks apart or something, or minimum days, some amount of days apart. And the Johnson & Johnson is 1 shot. I know that. But then I know there's boosters
Yep.
as well. And what I want to know is the booster the same thing that was given in the original vaccine?
It is.
Just a
It
little bit
is.
more of it?
It is.
It is? Okay.
No, it's not a little bit more. It's the same amount.
It's
Every shot's exactly equal for each.
okay, but it's the same thing. So it's not like, well, here's a booster. There's a little bit different configuration to help. It's like just a booster of the same thing you got 2 of in the first place. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in theory, it's like I don't I don't want to go off tangent here.
No.
Probably something. Don't want to get you guys kicked off of Twitch.
Yeah, we don't want to
Wait,
give
do they do
anything
that on
is-
Twitch now?
Do they do that? They control that?
Who knows? I don't know. They Twitch kick people off of YouTube for that stuff. I know that.
So let me tell you what happened yesterday. I might have sent it to you. The buzzword, the phrase that's going around now is mass formation psychosis, right?
Mass
Mass
formation psychosis.
Yeah,
That's the big buzzword right now, and this is the theory. It's basically mass hypnosis, and it's the theory that our culture is sick because they've been isolated, they've been injected with a lot of fear, they've had this authoritarian figure looming over them with a single out, which is a vaccination, and there's lots of hubris going on out there, and it's called mass formation psychosis. Malone phrased it, McCulloch's talked about it, Rogan's talking about it. A lot of people are talking about it, and it's trending on Twitter and it's trending on Google. So I want to backstep real quick. What Google can do to play with the algorithms that makes it hard for you to find things is they can put words in their profanity filter. Okay. And when you put a word in the profanity filter, you know how when you type things in Google, it suggests to you things that you might be looking for? Well, if a word is in the profanity filter, it will not come up. All right.
Mhm.
And it's a trick they play because if they can put a word where you can't find it unless you type it properly, and they can give you all these other things that you can hit first, it raises the rankings of the sites you don't want to see to the point where the site you do want to see gets buried below 10 and you won't find it anymore. And I first discovered this by accident. In 2009, I was searching to read about the Bilderbergs, who a lot of people now know what the Bilderbergs were, but 15 years ago, people really didn't know much about who they were.
Now that's where you go to the mall and you pick out the bear you want. You put a heart in it
No,
and all this
not
stuff.
the Bilderbergs. No,
Oh, okay, not the Bilderbergs.
The Bilderbergs are
You mean the organization that Samuel Clemens started?
Samuel Clemens. I don't know if it was Samuel Clemens.
Samuel Longhorn Clemens?
You're talking about Mark Twain?
Yeah, he started the build.
No. The Bilderbergs.
Oh no, that's
No.
What's the one in California?
Oh, you're talking about the Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, that was Mark Twain.
I don't know about that, but seriously, Bilderbergs is a real thing. Top leaders around the world, they get together, top secret. They have F-15 jets flying around you. You're locked up. There's no tape recorders, no press allowed. They have dignitaries, queens go there, captains of industry. Google's founders went there. A lot of former future presidents end up going to this place, and they talk about what they're gonna do in the world this year.
Does the astronaut that was in the landing, does he go there too?
He was not allowed to go.
Okay, all right.
But anyway, I wanted to learn about the Bilderbergs. So I started Googling about it, and I would get like this crazy information. And then I realized they were all bad links because when I type Bilderberg is Bilderberg, and it would give you Builder, like Builder-Bear. They give you all these false spellings that would take you to these stupid sites. And I finally realized when you type Bildebe, it gives you no choices. And I didn't know what that was. So I typed it right and I found it. And then I found out later in Wikipedia that they put it in the profanity filter to stop you from finding out about the Bilderbergs. Same year that the CEO of of Google went to the Bilderbergs, they decided to put the profanity filter. Well, yesterday they have put mass formation psychosis in the profanity filter where you cannot find it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. I did it on Google, no choices. I went to Bing, you can see it. I went to DuckDuckGo, I could find it. And they're not wanting you to find out about this. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the alternative to tyranny. Is we're going to have to start talking about this thing called mass formation psychosis and how many people have it. And there's a lot of vaccine hubris going on right now. It's dividing the country. But these people have an illness and they need to get over it. And we have to talk very boldly about this.
They can't get healthy. COVID's going to kill us all. Don't you know that, Frank? We're all going to die from COVID.
Yeah, well, it's really a problem. But I think we're gonna come out of this because we're going to learn a lot about totalitarian states and how they happen. There's a lot of theory now that it's actually mass formation psychosis that led the German people, a good nation of good people that had been under a lot of pressure. You know, they had lost in the war. There was a lot of poverty. They had this very charismatic ruler who, I'm talking about. And he led these people to do things they would never have done, but they suffer from this psychosis. It's a totalitarian state. And that's exactly the underpinnings of what's happening right now in this country. You've got some leaders who are off on this tangent of thinking that they're actually helping people, but they're dictators. And they have a psychosis, and it brings it out of people. It's the isolation, it's the fear, and it's the supposed solution. And then it's the media makes it all the worse. I mean, in a weird way, we're kind of isolated with our media, right? Our screens. We get, you get bombarded with an echo chamber in social media. People you follow tend to talk like you and think like you, and that's all you keep seeing. So, but anyway, read up about mass formation psychosis if you can find it.
Yeah, I'll do it maybe tomorrow when I'm looking for a new lawnmower because I got to get a new lawnmower. So I'll see if that comes up in the search engine.
So Matthew, yeah, DuckDuckGo seems to be the best.
Mass, what's it called?
Mass formation psychosis. If you have a chance to find Malone's piece or McCulloch's piece on it, Rogan's piece on it. Actually, Malone was on Rogan a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Not Carl Malone.
Watch Robert Malone.
Sam Malone.
Robert Malone, not Sam Malone.
The Joe Rogan Experience 1757 or the Joe Rogan Experience 17. I'm trying to see which one. You'll get a lot of insight in everything, and it's freaky. And I went and looked up a few studies that the Peter guy is the other one I'm looking for. I can't think of the number, and my computer's not working properly and showing me it. But Joe Rogan Experience 757, that will freak you out a little bit.
It'll freak me out.
Okay, so
it's coming.
Okay, so I have a question. What is it called? Okay, and again, this is like a serious question for me because I joke around about all this stuff and everything. But is this like similar, or is this the same thing as like people talk about the Illuminati? Is that what that is?
The Bilderbergs or the mass formation psychosis?
No, the Bilderberg thing, the secret. I mean, that's the Illuminati.
Well, no, they're not the Masons. They're not tied to the Freemasons necessarily, but it is. There's organizations where there are powers that be that kind of guide the way the world's going to go because they have power and they get together in these secret meetings, and it's wrong. Particularly wrong if we have elected officials going there because they're not allowed to do that. And that's one of the big problems Americans should have. Private individuals can go where they want, but elected officials should not be able to go someplace where there's no reporting and there's no records and you can't say what's going on there.
Then how is there like proof that these meetings actually happen? I mean, maybe that's in the stuff that you're saying, like this Rogan stuff or these other things you can't find online. I mean, how is there?
Well, they've gotten very bold lately. And of course, Alex Jones and a lot of these people that are called conspiracy theorists, and he is a rebel rouser. He went into Bohemian Grove with hidden cameras and filmed it while Gergen was there. And I mean, he's dug up some real stuff, right? And he would show up at the Bilderbergs. I mean, now it's in the wide open. I mean, they literally planned it a year in advance. They locked the whole resort down. Nobody can go there. They literally have F-15 circling I mean, these are princes, CEOs of Fortune 10 companies. Rupert Murdoch's there.
Kanye West.
I don't think Kanye West was there.
Kanye's been to the Bohemian though.
See?
Has he really?
Yeah.
That's one sick place too.
Oh.
Mark
Yes.
Twain just started as a place to have a good time.
So are you sure Mark Twain started that place?
Bohemian Grove, yep.
That's in California?
Yeah. That was, yeah. See, I'm not as dumb as I look, Frank.
I didn't say you are.
Now, I am part Bohemian. Does that get me like a pass into this place? Like, honest, I'm not making it up. Honest to God, I'm part Bohemian.
Have you ever heard anything about this?
No.
You need to watch some videos about Bohemian Grove. Racist.
Field goal. That was a field goal right there.
So the Bohemian Grove is basically a giant party with that people that for partying would get in trouble that no one would tell on you for doing some crazy stuff. That's what it originally was for.
Wait, I'm reading it. The tradition of summer encampment was established 6 years after Bohemian Grove. Harry Edwards, a stage actor and founding member. I'm trying to find where Samuel Clemens is here. I don't think it was Samuel Clemens.
He was a founding member of it.
I'm looking. You'd think they'd put it here. It is Wikipedia. How can it not be true if it's in Wikipedia? I don't think so. Crank the cold.
Wow. They cranked the cold. This is dry ice right there. Look at that, 3 stars.
This is what Richard Nixon said about it. I'm not going to read this on air.
Yeah. Well, when he did it, it was called the Bohemian Club.
It is really a cult, and they do a sacrifice of a life to an owl, which is
like a human life.
Yeah, it's an effigy, so it's not really there, but it borrows upon human sacrifice from like Greek times or Roman times. It's really twisted. It's really twisted.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Tom Sawyer was a founding member. Oh, we got to go right back to, for those who want to research the Bohemian Grove. That's right. Allthat'sinteresting.com. Yep.
Yeah, so when he started, it was called the Bohemian Club.
But then when they got Grovey, baby.
Well, the property, they had 2 places, and the Bohemian Grove is like the property name.
And the club is a social experiment that takes place there with the little pixies in the woods.
Yeah, well, the club's the members, and the Grove's the place.
I'm still looking to find Samuel Clemens. You'd think he'd be in this article somewhere.
Well, look up Mark Twain.
That's his pen name, his nom de plume.
Did you put Longhorn in? Because that might be the. No, I'm looking at this leaderboard, but I'm saying, isn't it Samuel Longhorn Clemens? Did you put in Longhorn?
That's a wrestler, isn't it? Samuel Clemens. Mark Twain. Samuel Langhorn.
There you go. Langhorn, Longhorn. It's all about the horns. It's a Longhorn thing. Samuel Langhorn. You put in Langhorn, Longhorn, tomato, roof.
What's that? Rooster? Something Leghorn?
Foghorn, Leghorn.
Foghorn.
I say, boy. I say, look at him.
Samuel Clemens, Bohemian. I'm looking it up here, Skeeter. I'm going to call bluff on that one.
Was it the modern day warrior, Tom Sawyer?
All right. So the Bohemian Club.
You got that reference?
There is no record of Mark Twain visiting. It says right here.
Just set that anywhere.
Mark Twain did not sacrifice babies to Moloch. Moloch is the.
Is that the leader of the Scientologists, Moloch? Or isn't that something like that?
No, that was L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh, that's Xenu, right? The Xenu, right? It's all the
Be
same.
careful. They're right up the street from
4 or
us. You gotta
5
be
letter
careful.
names.
You're gonna start these spooky little cars driving around here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All blends together to me.
Yep.
Now, Bengal says that Mark Twain was a member in his time, as was Bing Crosby. You don't have to have a 7-figure bank account explicitly, but it was very hard to pay with that one. It was big bucks to get in.
See the stuff that we talk about when John's not here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
John's gonna come back and he's thinking, "What the heck were you doing?" Talking
Yeah.
about.
Mark Twain and Jack London were early members, but the clientele soon turned to wealthy business figures after that. But yeah, he was one of the people that started, and I'm sure that's when it started. I'm sure it's in the last 140 years it's changed a little bit.
I wonder if that's why Bing was dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yeah, Arthur Mark Twain was a member in his time, as well as crooner Bing Crosby.
I'm dreaming.
Every year, the Bohemian
Oh,
Club holds a 2-week-long
Christmas.
gathering at the Grove. The camp unites members from around the world to participate in male bonding,
Oh, Delvin Cook's limping off. Don't like that.
unabashed
Where the
bacchanalia,
three
and debauchery.
Listen.
Yes.
Kind of sounds like Caligula.
It sounds like a little like Festivus.
Nah, not so much
Well,
Festivus.
you have they have the pole, right?
Well, maybe, yeah. That's probably
Here
using
they
a
have
different kind of pole.
the cremation of cares instead of the
The feats of strength.
yep or
Airing of the
grievances.
grievances?
They have the cremation of cares.
Okay, yeah.
Members figuratively burn away the responsibilities of their outside lives. So it's a little bit like Festivus. Maybe Seinfeld went there.
Do they have a giant aluminum pole?
They do, and a big owl.
Who? Who does? Who?
The Manhattan Project was planned there.
Aha. And Capricorn 1?
And that's where the landing was filmed.
There you go. OJ was there. First down. Look at that. Man, that guy quarterback sneaks better than anybody in the history of the National Football League.
Except for Tom Brady.
He averages like 4 yards a quarterback sneak.
He's getting up awful slow.
Those big linemen takes a long time to get up.
It's 30-3.
I guess 37. But I thought they'd get more points
What's
though.
wrong with
Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson? No, he's talking about.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of ball game left.
Yeah, there is a ton.
Got spare chain for Antonio Brown's Uber ride.
I've read that Zimmer's gone. I've read Zimmer's not gone. I've heard he's been
No,
relieved.
he's still there, and Alexander Madison's in right now because Delvin Cook limped off the field. Oh, wow! He's just running with that ball. He didn't catch it. That's a fumble. Why haven't someone blown the whistle yet? He didn't like immaculate reception.
Because the lineman caught the ball. It never hit the ground.
He
John.
catch it?
Yes, and they popped
Yeah.
him.
He caught it. Never hit the ground.
That was
And
not
it's not illegal touching because
It never
someone
hit
else
the ground?
touched it.
No, it didn't.
Never hit the ground. He
not a
caught
catch.
it.
That's a catch.
That is not a catch.
That's a catch.
That's a
And-
catch. Okay, so he did catch it before it hit the ground. I
Yeah,
thought it
and
bounced.
It's not illegal touching because
No, it's
a
not.
tipped ball.
No, it's not. It's not illegal touching at all. But I'm saying
That's
I
what I'm
thought
saying.
that when he got rocked right there, that ball hit the ground and bounced.
No,
was-
Bradbury caught that guy.
Yep,
that's stiff. That's good hands right
Yep.
there.
Oh.
Maybe he shouldn't be a center and be a tight end.
I bet they line him up as
Was
an
that
eligible
Burke's
receiver.
Was that the center?
Yeah.
That would have been Matt Burke 15 years ago. That could have been Matt running that play.
That's crazy.
Can you believe that?
Matt wouldn't have caught that ball.
Matt would have caught that ball. Oh, brutal.
That was a good catch.
Really was. He's a hero now. Look at him. I'm gonna retire.
Mannion's longest completion of the year goes to the center.
I just pulled it up in the box score. 1 reception, 21 yards. Garrett Bradbury.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. 1 target, 1 reception, 21 yards.
Touchdown. KJ Osborne.
Oh, you're ahead of us.
We didn't sync up. We talked about syncing up. And we
Well,
never
that
did.
means you got to stop and not blow the game for us. I mean,
I thought we were still synced up.
Touchdown, KJ Osborne.
Tell me when you see Jefferson walking past.
I can't. We're as far as we can possibly go. You're ahead of us.
No, I'm paused. Yeah. So
What do you
we
want us
talked about it during commercial, and we're like, "Oh, we'll sync back up when the game
Playing
comes
that-
back
I'm
on."
on an instant replay
I'll
of
watch the
Minnesota.
Yeah. And then we'll wait till the clock. But then we started talking about Samuel Clemens and got way off track.
No kidding. That's an understatement.
And apparently, Frank really wants to go to Build-A-Bear. So
Okay,
Dave,
I want to go to Build a Bear.
Here's the extra point right now. He just kicked it.
It's good.
I got triple zeros on the clock. What do you got?
End of the third.
Comes
I
up.
think I'm a couple seconds ahead of you right now, and we didn't get a clock to do it.
And they're going to commercial break now.
And guess who just got moved into a perfect square with that?
Oh, and an A. An A is
Me.
the best looking perfect square, isn't it?
It is. It is. I'm gonna do a reaction too because I'm cool like that.
By the way, the A is the inspiration for the Super Squares logo.
See?
Did you know that?
The letter A.
No, the square at the letter A.
Oh, gotcha.
You know you can shop for all 32 teams in the store. And there's something for everyone, Frank.
I heard they're open 7 days a week.
From what I've been told, they are.
And if you wait till they turn the lights off,
That's when the bus start talking. By the way, Monday's game is already in the lobby because Uncle Terry wants to make sure that all of us get to watch what he believes will be the last game for Ben Roethlisberger
At home in
at
Hinesfield.
home,
He's
at
pretty much-
anywhere, quite frankly.
Well, he's already pretty much said that. This is his last
It's going
game,
to
at
be a
least at
farewell
Hinesfield.
game. Wow, there's a lot of effects here.
Yeah, I'm not going to lose my advantage. Keep playing. Only 4% of players won that. I got F.
I got nothing.
Let me see how I'm doing right now. I'm going to be climbing up that leaderboard, bro.
That was my prediction.
Hey, that's not bad, dude. A little off. Mine was 37 to 20.
94% on my passing yards.
That's going to change.
That is going to change. Those total yards got to change.
Okay.
so Dave,
Yes, sir.
next year's league, right?
Yeah.
We'll have a few actual conversations because this one was hastily put together, and I know you had a few complaints. Like,
No, I don't think I did I?
everyone
Yeah,
had
you-
a couple.
You,
Like,
thought you should be winning by more, remember?
a lot of people didn't like Yahoo. A lot of people didn't like.
I like Yahoo. I think Yahoo is good for football. I think it sucks for hockey, but I think it's good for football.
Not gonna lie, whatever league you have for hockey, that was I can't change the lineups ever.
Yeah, I just go in on Monday, I look at it, and then I don't see it again for like a week. I like pay no attention to it at all.
What was that?
They were called like, no.
But yeah, I don't think I had any complaints. I mean, I have just like a few minor suggestions on stuff, but I don't think I had any complaints at
Yeah.
all.
But nothing like terrible. I get it. But what if we did a 2-league, 28-man? Because I think I could get it together with the league here, with the people here, and then have an ultra championship game as well. So it's 2 separate leagues, but then you have quote unquote a Super Bowl like the NFC and AFC.
So there'd be 14 teams per league.
Yes.
Wow.
Heck, why don't you just go to 30, 16, and 16, just like the pros?
That'd be a lot of people.
Yes.
Man, can you imagine who you're drafting in the
Well, are they all
Four-
picking from the same pool, or
So 2 different leagues.
leagues?
2 different leagues, right? So this league's all the same, you know what I mean? So like 2 different drafts, And at the end of the season, you have the quote unquote Super Bowl that you put even more money into that pot. So you could have Kirk Cousins going against Kirk Cousins in the Super Bowl, but other than that, you couldn't. And then you pay out each week out of the 2 leagues, whoever got the most points each week also gets a prize. So you cut off like $200 for that,
I
$200
don't know.
for the Super Bowl.
I think if you bring 28 or
There's all
32
kinds
people,
of
like,
issues there.
yeah, there's just gonna be more issues and more people complaining about more things and problems. And I mean, just like I would think personally.
Well, would you be okay with a 14-man league?
I don't know. I've never played in a 14-man league before. You? I've always just done 12. I mean, I think it's too watered down when you get to 14. Kind of like you can't even.
You got
I
one.
think it's not enough at 12.
Really?
Yeah. At any point, you can go and get a good player on free agency at any point during the year.
That's not what I saw.
Yeah, I don't.
Not looking at your league.
Well, if you know, I could always get a starting running back without issue during the whole season.
Well, how big's your roster?
What do we have? 6 benches?
A quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, a flex player, a kicker, and defense, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bench players.
So that's why. I don't know.
Now, I'll tell you what. This is the second year that I've played since I started again, just with like you guys and doing this here, that I don't have any running back that I drafted
That's still on
in my. Well, I have one that's on my team still, but in my final lineup for this championship, not one running back that I drafted in there starting today. I've got 3 running backs that I started.
They get hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about real football coming in April. The USFL's coming back.
The United States Football League.
Real football, the way it's supposed to be.
The New Jersey Generals,
That's right.
Herschel Walker.
Should we do super squares for the USFL? Because I'm going to try to see if we can't actually stream the USFL on our channel.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
They have a Michigan team, right?
They do.
John might have a real football team to cheer for.
Hey, how about that? Is it like the Arena Football League, like where they score like 50, 60
No.
points? Because John might be used to that
We
too.
don't know yet. I don't think so. I think
No?
it's Tampa's got a team.
Is it going to be like the original USFL?
They got the same names from what I understand. I don't know. Didn't the original USFL play at the same time as the NFL?
Yeah.
No, they were a spring football league, and then they went to move to the fall, and that's when they sued the NFL and won that dollar settlement. They sued the NFL over monopoly and antitrust laws, and they won and were rewarded $1.
Did they get it in over 10 years?
No, I think the NFL paid them right away.
One lump sum?
One lump sum.
That's a budget for that one, I'm sure.
One of the past owners, they did a 30 for 30 on the USFL. One of the past owners actually has that dollar framed.
Do they really?
Yeah.
You mean they didn't pay by check?
No. And that owner may have become president of the United States.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That owner.
That owner.
You're talking about Rodgers and the Bears. You're talking about the owner of the USFL.
One of the owners of the USFL, yeah. Because the USFL won the lawsuit and they were awarded $1.
Well deserved. Well done, my friend.
Kind of like Mortimer?
And then they went bankrupt.
No.
Hey, they got rich again. Those two. The Prince of Zambia gave them money because he had to get rid of it, and they became rich again.
Did he go to that meeting at the Bohemians?
The Grove? The Grove?
Or the
Sure.
Grove? The Grove? Was he part of that's not the mass formation psychosis.
No.
The Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, or whatever that special meeting of the Illuminati people.
The Bilderbergs.
The
Bilderbergs.
Did that Prince go to the Bilderberg meetings?
No, the father did.
Oh, the father. Okay, there you go. See?
The prince only went to the Bohemian Grove to the party.
What if Herschel Walker was there? Because he was on the New Jersey Generals.
I
He
don't
was.
think Herschel went to Bohemian Grove.
Who's going to win, Georgia or Alabama? Speaking of Herschel Walker in
I
Georgia.
think it's going to be Georgia. What do you think?
I think it's just going to be interesting because Georgia just got manhandled by Alabama in the championship. Of the
Bama
SEC.
just destroyed them.
Yeah, and so I mean, to come back from that and then go, okay, it's
Going to.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm just like I
Bama's
said, I
going to destroy them again.
had a 75% chance of being satisfied with the national championship, and that was as long as there was a red team that won it or a variation of red.
Yeah,
I think you're sitting
it's
good
gonna
now,
be that.
Dave.
It's going to be that, yeah. I wanted to see Cincinnati do a little better, just because I thought it'd be good for like mid-level teams and on the whole 9 yards, but it was glaring. But
Why do powder blue teams have such a hard time winning?
I don't know. Except for Michael Jordan at North Carolina. Outside of that, I don't know.
That's college, though. Yeah.
I know, yeah, it's college.
Bourbon has a great idea of becoming an official game of the USFL.
We're going to try that.
Who is starting that up?
I don't know who the backers are. I think it's just I think the founders of the Bohemian Grove got together and they thought, let's do. No,
'Cause,
that's the Rock got involved with the XFL.
Yeah, he bought the XFL. He owns it 100%.
Well, he got funded by a hedge fund or a private equity group.
Hey, there was the Microsoft Surface. Did you see that?
Yeah, it wasn't broken.
That's because Tom Brady hadn't touched it yet. Give him a chance.
Who owns the USFL too?
Is
Fox
it like,
Sports. Fox Sports owns the league.
what?
And reportedly has committed 150 to 200 million over 3 years of its operation, with plans to attract an additional quarter billion from investors. National Spring Football League Enterprises, which is Fox Sports.
So are they going to – so the original USFL, their plan was to take sophomores out of college, right? Because NFL only takes – at that time only took seniors. And they said, we'll take as low as sophomores. That's how they got Herschel Walker. That's how they got Jim Kelly. That's how they got a bunch of people that way because they just came out of college early. Are they going to just say you can skip college? Like the XFL was going to do?
I don't know, but I'm just thinking, what's the NFL thinking about one of their customers forming a competing league?
Well, NBC originally for the XFL. NBC didn't have any football at that time, though, did they?
I don't think they did.
The original XFL. It was between McMahon and NBC did it. And I don't think they had Sunday Night Football at that time.
And yet NBC and USA Network will be carrying the games, as will Fox.
What's the ice shaker?
Really great.
This is the one. Let me hear what they say. Praying because I'm really green.
No. Diamonds are great or something like that.
Praying because I'm really great.
No, that's not it. Looks like we are going to have USFL and XFL on at the same time.
2 leagues during spring football.
Oh my gosh. Who's going to be playing? Who's going to be playing?
Johnny Manziel's coming back.
Johnny Manziel's coming back.
I think there should be like unmasked players, masked players, right? And you got to guess who they are by the way they fumble and drop passes. What do you think, huh?
The mask.
The masked football player. And then you can have avatars. And then they're going to pretend to play football. And then you got to see if they would play well or not by the way they move. And that would be a whole mashup of everything on Fox anyway. It's perfect. Right?
Doesn't sound bad.
No.
He hate me? Is he going
He
to play
hate me, dude. That was the best. He hate me.
Did he end up playing for the Bears when he
I'm not sure. I think he did like make.
I'm
made
digging.
an NFL roster after that?
I'm digging A1 Bengal here. He's like our correspondent. You can just pipe stuff in. I mean, we don't even need scripts or anything. We'll just have A1 Bengal kind of give us what we need.
We'll just call him Wikipedia.
We're thrilled to have NBC Sports join Fox Sports as an official media partner of the new USFL. I'm going to tell you something. I bet you the NFL is not happy about this.
I wouldn't think they are.
I don't think they're concerned.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Every league that's ever started folded in that year since the original USFL.
Here's what I wonder is if something like Aaron Rodgers, who's in his career done with Green Bay, really has nothing to prove, had the whole spat, whatever, just goes, okay, guys, I'll come over there, and goes over to the USFL, kind of like Herschel Walker was the big draw. If there's not a couple of big NFL players that kind of bolt town and go that way.
He was a junior when he went, right? Because he became ineligible. NFL only took seniors at that time, so that's why he went USFL, right?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you something. There are some very high scores in this Skybox, especially right now. Kudzi, who's in first place, has Predictors 45.09. That is incredible.
Powdered Toast Man in my group's got 41 right now, Predictors. I'm only at 26.
We got somebody at 44, 43. That's what I think it is. I think that's got to be the high score right now.
Those are coming down when Sean Mannion has the greatest comeback in NFL history.
Come on, Devontae Adams.
Yeah, right. It's a lot closer than it looks.
There's a whole lot of ball game left.
It's a lot of that's ignore
Dude,
that.
look at
That's
Dylan,
not a big
another
deal.
one,
That's
dude.
just another score we have to get. It's okay.
Look at A.J. Dillon with another one. It's like, come on, why couldn't I start him? He's got 22. Look at all my bench points. 20, 10, 22, 24.
You know who was on my bench today?
Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow with 64 points. But thankfully, Chase was on my starters. And I got 40-something from Brady, so still call me the champ. You can call me the champ. You the champ too?
Not yet.
Are you going to be?
I've got a 96% chance.
I think Bourbon Drink has got something to say about that. In fact, I saw him here. He's right there.
I know. There's still game left. I mean, there's still game. Justin Jefferson is still playing in this game. And Jones is still playing in this game. He's got Chase Claypool tomorrow. It's not over till it's over. Look at what the Bears defense did for him now. 21 big ones. Wow. Yeah. America's team.
37-10. Time for the greatest comeback.
You know, one time there was a team that scored 34 points in the fourth quarter alone to come back and win.
That is one great team. I bet.
Yeah. Whew. It's one of the greatest ever comebacks ever.
The more I watch the Detroit Lions, the less I believe that statement every time.
So Stavros is saying that it was it was Bourbon Drinker. That was not the Bears. He hate me played for Philly and Carolina.
Philly, Carolina, and Oakland.
He hate me. That was hilarious. Rod Smart, yeah. He played for Western Kentucky in college.
Look where he's from.
Lakeland. Right down the road. Lakeland, United States. Not Lakeland, Florida.
Where's Lakeland, United States? Where's Lakeland, United States?
He also played for the Oakland Raiders. So he started off with the Edmonton Eskimos.
Of course.
Well,
all great players start there.
Well, it says San Diego Chargers.
Right.
So he must have got maybe drafted and didn't make the team, or walked on and didn't make the team, or maybe he was there on a practice squad or something.
The Arena League, right?
Yeah, then the Las Vegas Outlaws, where he hate me.
He finished training camp, but was released by the Chargers prior to the start of the 2000 season, and that's when he went to the Las Vegas Outlaws.
Then the Edmonton Eskimos, the Philadelphia Eagles for a year.
He played for 3 teams in the
Panthers.
same year.
He
played Outlaws, the Eskimos, and the Eagles all in the same year.
Wow.
That's like Jonathan getting the Omicron, the Delta, and the Alpha.
Yeah,
right.
All three
at the same time.
That's right. That's true. Good analogy.
Yep.
He played for 3 years on Carolina.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
He loved me then.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. He loved me.
But he is from Lakeland, United States.
Lakeland, United States.
Where's that? Click it. I want to see where Lakeland, United States
I'll
is.
have to go back. Lakeland, United States.
That's Florida.
There's lots of
No,
Lakelands. I don't think it's the. I'm sure there's a Lakeland in Minnesota.
No, he's right next to you.
Dude,
Lakeland,
there's
Florida.
10,000 lakes in Minnesota. That's what
There's
I was
got to
told.
be a Lakeland, Minnesota. Is there not a Lakeland, Minnesota?
I don't know, but the Lakeland he's from is in Florida.
Yeah,
Lakeland,
but it
Florida.
said Lakeland, USA. So it's like
Let me see if there's a Lakeland, Minnesota. This has to be.
there's got to be a Lakeland, Minnesota. Population 16.
Population. Give me a second.
394.
Lakeland, city in Minnesota. Population 1796.
Yeah, see, it's small.
That was
the
a 2010 census.
Washington County, Minnesota. 1796. Sounds American.Int is it?
Right next to the border, between the border or Wisconsin and Minnesota border, just south of St. Paul.
There you go.
Like just outside of the suburban.
There you go. Mooseman knows it well. Best friends will disappoint you. Oh, well. We're going to miss him.
Oh, we have a new quarterback?
Kellen Mond's in. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Completion. Quarterback rating.
Madison.
See, guys? The start of the comeback starts now.
Yeah, he's all different kinds of colors, isn't he? Like a veritable rainbow. I mean, underneath is blue there, right? Have you seen that? It's all these different colors. 2 for 2.
He's
There you
coming.
go.
Dude, he's hot.
He's hot, man. There we go.
2 for 2 for 5 yards. He's already at a 79 quarterback rating. He's about to pass Mannion. So much for the 199 or above or whatever it was for Mannion. Or
299?
299 or above. Yeah.
Oh, that was almost a pick six. I was going for the big payday. I think CJ Ham has 1 touchdown his entire career.
Oh, almost picked off right there, my friend.
Am I that far ahead of you guys, Ken?
Oh, I must be. We're at 7:28 on the game clock. The play clock is 29:28.
Okay, I'm at 12. So tell me when you get to 12.
Wait, we haven't even seen the clock yet. 1 minute.
Yep, you're in the replay.
Played games. Let me
Hold on a
see.
minute. Still nothing. Okay. 12.
11, 10,
There you go.
9.
No kidding. Tim G, that was a good pun, wasn't it? Is he hurt?
We're starting to become like the Lions where our best player is the punter. It's not a good sign.
A lot of practice, Practice makes perfect.
So they say.
Oh. Sad.
Current games. Let me resume this game. You already see Pittsburgh and Cleveland's in the lobby there. Yep.
See, if I can convince my wife to extend our vacation one day, which shouldn't be that difficult, I could probably make it down to Tampa the last day.
Honestly, what you could do is you could have her take that wand and go backwards 16 times, and you'll get a day back.
I thought teleportation.
That too.
Hey, Summer, can I see your wand,
Top score.
100.
please?
Can I see your wand? Wow.
Show me your wand.
Show me your wand.
Excuse me while I whip this out. Oh,
Is it woodsy?
It's functional.
you're gonna love it.
Where's the wand? Come on, bring it.
I don't think we'll be seeing it.
Come on. It's the least she can do.
Listen, if you extend it for one day, tell her if she comes out here,
We'll take her
That-
to dinner. We'll take you both to dinner.
and if she brings her dinosaur, that she can have like a dinosaur match against my son. That I'll bring him in to play dinosaurs with her.
That'd be awesome.
That's not helping, Dave.
I can have him bring Miposaur as well. That's a classic, like kind of like dinosaurish thing, whatever that he's got years ago. I think it was called Miposaur.
How come the water's not frozen there?
No, Miposaur. Oh, she'll love this one, dude. I think it was, yeah. Miposaur is a whole digital toy. That's like a little dinosaur, dude. He's like about this big, about the same size as that one. Yeah, but he's all like robotic and digital, and you can like put a thing on the floor and he'll like find it and does all this stuff. And he has like, you got to feed him and do all these different things to him. Oh, it's crazy. She'll love it, man.
It finds jewelry too.
Miposaur.
Yeah, Bourbon, I should have done a lot of things.
I want to see the wand.
I'm wondering if is
Summer?
Jones
Where's it
is
at?
hurt?
Summer.
I wonder if Jones is hurt. He has not been in the game for a while because the touchdown was Dylan. Now they get like their third string running back in. Maybe they just have him out for precaution because they're going to win the game. And
I was about to say the fact it's 37-10.
yeah, that might be it. But still, even on the last drive, he wasn't in at all.
I want to show them.
Come on, Summer.
No, I don't ever make fun of you.
We're not making fun of you. We're laughing with you.
Yeah, my kids had to do all that stuff in school. They had like a whole year where there was like a whole Harry Potter thing. They had like the Huff and Puff and Blow Your House Down group and the Dusseldorf group and the
Gryffindor, Hufflepuff,
yeah, there you go. Huff and Puff and Blow Your House Down. Dusseldorf.
Slytherin.
Yeah, Smithereens.
Was the Meister Burger there?
He was not.
No.
Smithereens, and there was a fourth one, I think, a fourth group.
What's the fourth house?
Smithereens. Dusseldorf.
Ravenclaw.
There you go. Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. That's what we called it. Hey, there it is. Yep, that's one of the ones that actually does magic, Frank. It is.
Be
It
careful.
does at Universal.
Careful.
Watch
Don't-
where you're pointing that
Don't
thing.
point that up towards the light. Into the light, Carolyn.
I showed him your egg too.
Love the egg. Love the egg.
Yeah, my
Summer.
son has it. He got it for Christmas.
So did I.
You took out the little green thing, right, from the bone, and then put it into the dinosaur.
That thing apparently goes in the dinosaur.
What the? Yeah,
green
of course. It lights up.
Yeah, see, she got it.
Dave, grab the dinosaur.
See?
Wiggle its tail.
See, you'll be good friends with Mythosaur.
Wow.
Hey, who's Gilroy Lockhart? Sandra Walker says I'd make a good Gilroy Lockhart. Who's Gilroy Lockhart?
It doesn't shut off.
How do you shut it off?
It goes to sleep by itself. Put it back in the egg.
Yeah, Gilderoy Lockhart.
Is
Don't rub
that a Harry Potter thing?
Don't rub my
Who's
arm.
Gilderoy Lockhart, babe?
He's that one guy. I don't remember.
I don't.
He was born on the 26th of January, 1964.
To a Muggle man and a witch,
Yeah, he had two older sisters.
both of whom were squibs.
Oh, I hate it when you have a squib
It's
sister.
nothing worse. He had two squib sisters.
Yeah.
It's sad I know what a squib is.
And he's a half blood too, so he's got that going for him.
Which is nice. Is Gilroy Lockhart the same guy that's the guy that shoots the arrows in the
A Hawkeye.
Hawkeye in the Avengers?
No,
Same dude?
No, I don't think it's the
Okay,
same
there's a
actor.
thing that shows that up here of fandom. Maybe he's dating them or some girl that was in it. I don't know.
I don't think Jeremy Renner was in Harry Potter.
Okay. Because I Googled it I did something and it pulled up a video clip of him and some girl walking and it says something about Professor Gilderoy Lockhart and Harry Potter wiki fandom something. I don't know.
He was in the second Harry Potter movie. He was the guy who was famous, but he didn't do anything. He was good at making people forget what they did, and so he'd take credit for what other people did.
Kind of like Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Right? Can make people forget and all that stuff?
That part, yeah.
Right.
Flip you out.
Well, I like everyone watching Daredevil because of that movie now, thinking it's new.
Well, it looks like I'm in the clubhouse because Devontae Adams is out of the game. Jordan Love is in as well. So I'm in the clubhouse, Frank. I hope it's enough to hold on.
Bourbon Drinker is not in the clubhouse. He's drinking.
Yeah, but he's got Chase Claypool tomorrow night. And
Claypool's going to have a big game. I think Roethlisberger is going to throw to him like 18 times. Going to have 342 receiving yards.
Well, if Minnesota gets the ball back here, I mean, he still could get 50, 60, 70 yards and a touchdown to Justin Jefferson. I mean, you never know. It just all depends on how long Green Bay can hold on to this ball here and run the clock. That was a play clock violation, my friend. I saw double red zeros. Dude, look at that first down.
Just short.
It looked like he did walk back behind the line, but I think he was good. I think it's a first down.
I don't know. It looked like the ref was marking it short.
Let's see. Does anyone touch him, or does he just jump?
He gets touched.
Yeah, he got touched and tripped up
So
there. So
what?
yeah. Well, that means he can't slide for an extra 2 yards. It's where he goes down. If no one touched him and he went down head first and he slid, he could slide for an extra 2 yards. But it is still first down. First and 10, my friend.
472 yards versus 168. Not too bad.
So Bourbon Drinker says Chase Claypool is going to need 46 points tomorrow night.
It can be done.
Yes, it can be. Look what Joe Burrow has done with his receivers in the last 2 weeks, my friend.
Yeah. Chase had to put that up today, right?
Yeah. Chase had 64 for me.
What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow night in Pittsburgh?
Wow, there's a lot of close scores at the 41.7. Oh, 42. Mr. Awesome is at 42.52.
I've only got 36.
Mr. Awesome might be getting Mr. Madden.
Everything is awesome. Ooh, I'm in second place in my game group. I'm 1 point off. We have the same predictors. We both have 37. Wow.
How about that?
So how are they a point in front of me then? Did I not rate an ad maybe when I was talking?
Maybe two partials versus a full.
Oh, maybe two partials. Yeah, correct. I've got a partial right now, my friend.
Mike Ditka is the first tight end to have more than 1,000 receiving yards as a tight end in his rookie year.
I told you he did change the game for tight ends, my friend. He revolutionized the position.
Most by a rookie in a game in NFL history, my friend. Tom Brady, my friend.
He looks scared.
He looks like he's posing for a picture.
Yeah, he looks like he's like a deer in the headlights.
Yes, with his hair.
So was that saying?
Whoa!
Whoa! I told you. Whoa! Saturday.
There's a Sunday night football game.
Scheduled to be announced.
What? There's no Sunday night football game next week.
Yeah, there is.
No, there wasn't.
There is now. But they won't announce the game until at least Tuesday. Because they're going to put what they deem is the best game.
There was nothing scheduled. 4:25 and
There was nothing scheduled for night game. We don't have a night game scheduled, so that puts a kibosh on some stuff, doesn't it? Or not? What do you think?
I think what's interesting is I'm looking at the buy tickets now when I went into the schedule, like different ticket prices for
Yes.
these different
Yeah.
games. And like the Bucks game next week against Carolina, tickets starting at $133. For Minnesota, starting at $52. Cleveland, $68. Philadelphia, $129. Detroit, $59. Jacksonville, $17.70.
What a steal.
You got to go, man. Take the whole family. Miami, 83. Atlanta, 55. Buffalo. Now, explain this one to me. Buffalo, at Buffalo, $20 a ticket.
It's
You
Buffalo.
understand? Is that outdoor stadium?
Yeah.
You don't want to go there in January.
Houston, $16.
That makes sense.
The Giants, the New York Giants, $23. Denver, $104. It's going to be cold there.
Look at Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, 229 smackaroos.
starting.
I pay for that big stadium. Arizona, $139, and the Rams, $150.
I mean, look at that. There are no night games. Are they just like
no.
change the schedule?
Yep.
Don't they know Super Squares has to make plans? They don't seem to care.
Now, here's the question. You're down 27 points. You've got a minute and 50 seconds or a minute and 40 seconds left. Do you go out and go out balls out right here and try to score? Or do you just go like, hey, man, we're done. There's no way we're winning this. And just hand the ball up a couple times, let the clock run down.
You know what we're going to do? I think we're going to have to do this shoot again. Let's do this one section all over again.
Oh, where?
Hey, Megan. Tim. We're going to make one change. We can do that here, right?
Yeah.
Bigger games, all 3 games. You can play 3 times. Okay?
So there'll be 150 game group winners still from all 3 games?
Yep.
Okay, so all we got to really do is just, hi, it's A's Dave and Big Money Frank here to welcome you to Bigger Game 5. Say you get to play 3 games, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah,
Yep.
and we're done.
Yep.
Because you can just edit it together, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me just real quick. Yeah, I think all we have to do really is just do the hi, it's A's Dave. And I'll say today we'll be able to play 3 games, 1 at 1, blah, blah, blah. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
All right.
Just in case. Are we ready? You got us in there?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yep.
Here you go. You ready?
Yep.
Hi, it's 80s Dave and Big Money Frank here to welcome you to the Bigger Game 5.
Today you're going to be able to play 3 games, not 2, 3 games, 1 at 1, 1 at 4, and then the 8 o'clock game. And we're going to take all your scores and we're going to try that one again because it's taken way too long.
All right.
Bravo, guys.
Just
Wait,
end it after 8 o'clock.
Okay. You'll be
Yeah.
able to play 3 games at 1, at 4, and then the Sunday night game at 8.
There you go.
All right, let's try that again.
All right. Hi, it's 80s Dave and Big Money Frank here to welcome you to the Bigger Game 5.
Today you're going to be able to play 3 games, 1 at 1, 4, and then the 8 o'clock game at night. That's it.
I like
Just
it.
in case. We can use either one. Do you think they're going to put a big game like who the Lions play next week?
I don't think the
Will
Lions
that
are
be
going to
the
get that.
culminating game of the season?
Wouldn't it be something? Here's
Lions
what
and Packers. Packers playing for the number 1 seed.
Could be. No, the Packers are going to clinch the 1 seed tonight, right?
Yeah. If they win, yeah. I think
they're
that's how it
going to.
goes.
I don't think it'll be that game. I don't think it'll be that game. I think it'll probably be. Let me see. I don't think it'll be. Maybe Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Are they both in? Does Cleveland have a chance for the playoffs? Because Cincinnati's already clinched they're not first round bye, but they're a division winner.
Philadelphia's got a chance for a wild card. Dallas is already in.
And they have no chance to move up.
Dallas,
No,
Philly.
Jets, Buffalo, no. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, no. Tennessee, Houston, no. Washington, John.
New Orleans has a chance to get in.
Who are they playing?
Minnesota lost now.
Go down.
Are they in?
I think it's a 4 o'clock game.
Can't-
Chargers, Vegas.
Yeah, Chargers, Vegas will be big.
San Francisco and the Rams.
Yeah, that'll be big as well.
I think it's going to be San Francisco and the Rams.
What a catch by Osborne.
Nice catch.
So instead of sitting down and hanging out, they're trying to do something.
I was pretty. If they score a TD here, my score 34-17 was pretty close. Complete garbage time touchdown.
I need 20 more yards.
And are they also shifting things to Saturday as well?
It said Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday night. I think on that graphic. Games to be determined. Yes, I know there's going to be Saturday games. I believe on the way driving in, they said something about the NFL adjusting for Saturday games.
Are they putting all the useless games on Saturday?
They might.
Vikings Bears on Saturday.
There we go.
Jacksonville and whoever on Saturday.
Hey. Jacksonville's going for a first draft pick. That's important.
They have no shot.
What do you mean?
The Lions have to win. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
doing better than the Jacks.
Aren't they tied at the worst for the worst? The two?
No, because the Lions aren't the Lions 1-1, 1 whatever and 1.
Oh, here comes fourth down.
One tie.
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I kind of forget there's low scores. 2-14.
Jacksonville's 2 and
right?
14. And they're 2-13 and
No,
1.
Jacksonville's the lowest.
2-13 and 1. Yeah, Jacksonville is.
Way to go, Lions. You're that bad that you blow the number 1 pick overall.
Who did they tie anyway? Pittsburgh?
Steelers.
Who'd they beat?
Let's not talk about that.
Right.
4th and 9. Come on, I got 40 on my predictors right now.
I think they beat New Orleans. And what else did they beat? And the Cardinals. The number 2 seeded Cardinals.
So I'm going to finish up with, because he's going to kneel down and lose a couple yards right here in a victory formation. I'll probably lose a yard. But I'll finish right on 40 predictors, 39.
40 is very good, Dave. 41.5. Kodiak Man. Kodiak, Minnesota. 41.5. 41.1. 41.9. Big Mama G from Sartell, Minnesota.
Sartell. Man, look at that. As well as I'm doing, I still can't get up there to the 40 predictors.
42.52. Mr. Awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, I think that's it. Mr.
Mine are
Awesome.
going to be around the 40s, too. I have no idea, though. Can't check mine.
42 is darn good.
Well, I'm going to win my game group. And I'm going to finish, I think, second in the Super Squares, John Madden Skybox.
We have somebody with 44 in my in Beer for Year.
Wow.
44.9. But they may not be in our Skybox.
Oh, mine dropped to 39.9.
I'm not in the Skybox. I know that.
How come?
I can't use my phone for this and put the Skybox in at the same time. iPhone doesn't allow dual screens. Should have had an Android, I know.
You get a real phone, bro.
Well, no. iPhone does. I can put Twitch up here and Super Squares at the same time. It does allow for 2 screens.
I can't broadcast to Twitch, to StreamYard, and
Broadcasting is different. So you're sending. You're effectively on a call.
yeah, I can't go into Super Squares and broadcast.
Well, we're sorry about that, Skeeter.
Hootskoot has some good advice for Super. We're coming into the bigger game 5, so Hootskoot with some great advice as we finish the week. Don't play Super Squares with your heart. I think it's very good advice. Very, very good advice. Play with your head, not your heart.
And your wand.
If you
And
have
your
one.
wand.
If you have one.
Get the wand out.
What are you going to do when I send you this video of her doing magic?
It's gonna
Actual
have to,
magic.
It's going to have to become a commercial.
Oh, she's mad at me now.
Oh.
And my sister's going to tell on me. She lurks in every stream.
Who's your sister?
Dizzy Desi?
Dizzy Desi. What's her screen name? Dizzy Desi here?
Yeah, I think it's not Dizzy Desi on here too. I know she posted a while ago.
been very quiet.
But yeah, she lurks every stream, pretty much, and then complains to me after.
There she says, "I do not."
Yeah,
She
as
says
you
it's-
tell.
That's fake news.
She's clearly not lurking right now.
Well, Skeet, hey, thanks for hanging out for the night, man. I appreciate it, bro.
A little bit later than what I normally do. Same game as what I normally do. Usually when I do it, we talk a lot more football and a lot less Samuel Clemens.
It was interesting this evening. I want to thank you for joining us. Now, let's hope JB is going to be up and at 'em tomorrow. Otherwise, we may be doing this again, John. I mean, Dave.
Yeah, it's all the same.
That's going to be a tough recovery.
I won't
3
shave.
variants
I won't
of it.
shave tomorrow then. I shaved tonight. I won't shave tomorrow, just in case, we need to have a beard or something.
All right, that's good. You put a beard on for
Yeah,
tomorrow. That's a good
I
idea.
won't shave.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Matt Burke, the commissioner, for joining us. Thanks, Landon, for coming on and doing his jokes. Big Money Frank, thanks for coming out and doing some commercials.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you as always.
Yeah, thank you, fam. And we'll see you all tomorrow night.
Thank you, Skeeter.
Everyone have a great night. Thank you guys for doing this. And